Oh, if you aren't aware that this is a video game show for adults, you know now. Welcome to freaking stock market video games. Welcome to Super Gamecast. It is December 14th, 2025. This is where we talk about the stock market. What's up? What's down?
Yeah.
Is Jim Cramer one of our guests? I don't know.
No, but you can make a lot of money just doing the exact opposite of what he tells you to do.
That's true.
The inverse Kramer index is net positive.
Oh, okay. Dude, inverse Kramer. Oh,
there's a show there. There's a show there where we just be video game Jim Cramer and just be like, sell, and then hit a button and then horns blare, and that's it.
A stock show just specializing in video games.
And the stocks are all made up. We just make up the values of the stocks.
No, like legitimately. I did not think about doing this as a show, but like I know the video game market almost better than most people on the fucking planet, and I was like,
it's not unviable. People are interested.
No, I have been 100% fucking right about almost every game trade I've ever made ever. So fucking.
You should do it. You should do a dumb, fun thing. Here, we're gonna take this podcast down. Patent pending. Patent pending.
Best show, but gamers only.
Just Jim Cramer for gamers.
Jim Gamer. There you go.
Jim Gamer. I don't know why. I don't know why I went Game Kramer before Jim Gamer.
Welcome to Super Gamecast. We talk about video games. My name's Aaron. I'm joined by Bronson and Duncan.
What's up?
How y'all doing?
Pretty good.
I'm having a great time. We're having a hell of a start today. I'm feeling good.
I'm loopy. Chinese game stocks.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, okay, here's my question: is this? Are you both well rested, or are you both like super tired from either illness or road tripping that now you're just loopy?
Probably both. A little both.
I'm actually pretty good. I'm no longer ill.
Good.
And I hung out at a bar yesterday and then came home at a pretty reasonable time.
Yay! So, there you go.
I'm in perfectly fine condition to speak of video games.
Well, we have yet to determine that. We'll get there.
Oh Lord.
We have some news to talk about. We're going to talk about the news. We are going to talk about the Game Awards. That's the big thing for this week. The Game Awards happened, so we're going to get there.
I heard they awarded some games.
Yes,
they did. Well, they awarded a particular game a lot. There's been a lot of people real fucking mad about it.
Yeah, I think there's a conversation to be had about that. I'm looking forward to a possibility of discussing that, but we will get there. We have to eat our vegetables first. And this one's a real tough one to go down, and we just got to do it. Harada, the legend himself, don't ask me for shit. Harada is leaving Bandai Namco after 30 years.
He is.
Yeah. Now you literally cannot ask him for shit. That's 100% true.
There's no reason to.
My understanding of this is that during the last Tekken release there was some controversy with the DLC, and he seemed to have been in a position that he maybe didn't like with that, and then he went and he talked to people he respected and saw people aging out of the games industry and went, yeah man, I'm not going to stick around at Bandai Namco. It's maybe a little he said specifically his time left as a creator was what he was considering when he made this decision.
You're seeing this from a lot of Japanese devs recently. Like Itsuno left Capcom to go do his own thing.
Right.
And fucking Kamiya came back to Capcom.
Exactly.
So
yeah,
I think I don't know. It makes me feel like a lot of major Japanese developers are kind of getting into this point in their careers where they want to make something they have more direct creative control over, so they can take more ownership over its successes and failures.
Yeah.
And
is it ownership or is it being able to make the games that they want just for creative purposes?
Yeah, exactly. But it's that freedom to make the thing that is the thing you wanted, not the thing that you needed to make.
Yeah.
Which I feel is in a way, taking creative ownership over the thing. It allows it to be more your vision. I don't think I can't off the top of my head think of any of these like major Japanese developers that are leaving their studios becoming like super successful right after with their releases. They seem to either I mean obviously like Kojima got huge still, like he's the big dog, but like he kind of was forced into that situation. Is very different than what most people were in, and he's like really the only example of someone I could think who was like still on top of the world after leaving his former situation. But I certainly hope that it remains the case for Harada. I want to some weird fighting game project from him would be funny.
Yeah, I feel like there is a lot of pressure on Tekken from Namco.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is like they see that as a perfect live service vector. They see the amount of potential money from that thing. And Harada is like, fuck you, no, basically.
Yeah, because when you compare, obviously, the current goals of Bandai Namco to a lot of what's in his statement, where he reminisces about carrying arcade cabinets into venues and like asking people to try Tekken and being challenged to casual games at events and going out for drinks with random Tekken players. And that's obviously like so outside the scope of what Bandai Namco wants now. Like Bandai Namco wants, they want stages and trophies and big deals.
They
their games
exactly,
and it seems to not be what he values about his experiences of working on video games.
Yeah, and I understand that. Like, I understand that from a. I just wish that they would be more willing to work with him on that. Of like, all right, look, dude, like, like you can do that, but we are also going to do this esports thing. Because like very apparent that Namco wants to make this game very spectator friendly. That is definitely the push. And the problem with Tekken, it kind of sucks ass as a spectator game if you make it a traditional Tekken. For people who are not initiated, at least.
I know I have no fucking idea what's going on when I look at Tekken, and I'll see people commentating, freaking out about something, and I'm like, yeah, they did hit them.
I know what's going on, and I'm just like, I don't want to watch you guys fucking Korean backdash for like 40 minutes. I'm good. Like, I don't need this. I
think
just
if you're someone
think
who plays Tekken, you don't mind, but that's the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. And like, I also think getting people into Tekken, making it like as accessible and exciting as something like Guilty Gear, like Guilty Gear's got grown a ton.
Yeah.
Is fucking a lot harder for Tekken because Tekken is a very deliberate game. It is a slower game. It is hard to make it fucking the flashiest, craziest shit.
I don't think that's the problem.
Change that nature.
I really don't. As someone who's newer to fighting games and gels with Tekken more than the other fighting games out there. At least from the casual end. The concerns about Tekken seem to be at the middle to high end. That's where it seems to be. Because like that Tekken 8 story mode's great. I love that story mode. I think they should continue doing stuff like that. And there's plenty of casual way to play and enjoy Tekken. But it's that middle high end that people are really having problems with.
Yeah, like and I think that comes from Namco being like, we need to make this flashiest shit to watch. And
I'll say as a spectator only, I haven't played Tekken 8. It is not deeply interesting to me to watch Tekken gameplay, and that puts them in this weird position where they're compromising the experience of their players to attract an audience that isn't actually being attracted by the things that they're doing.
Right. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to make Tekken the way it is more appealing than a Street Fighter to watch. I just think the nature
Yeah,
of
I
Tekken
can-
is slow
Yeah.
and some long combos for a number of characters, so long as you don't drop them. And like you're chaining
Yeah.
those into wall breaks and falling down, and like it just when someone gets into a combo, you're sitting there and watching them do it. And I still think there's exciting stuff to watch, but you compare that to what's going on in Street Fighter 6, like or Guilty Gear,
Right.
you know, it doesn't compete. And that's if you're into Tekken, that's fine, like whatever.
Right, but like if you're trying to get new people into Tekken to turn it into the next Street Fighter, the next,
I just don't think you do that
yeah.
at Evo. That's just not where it happens. I think there was plenty of ridiculous buzz about Tekken when it was coming out, and it didn't need Evo for that. And it's never
Yeah.
going
The
to be
most
the
interesting
fighting
thing about
tournaments.
Tekken to me is the stories I've heard about it, and from what I played of Tekken 7, I'm like, this feels good to play.
Mhm.
Like the game itself, I don't think has an enjoyability problem. I think I have never spoken to someone who played Tekken and said they didn't like it. Right?
Well, except you,
Uh,
Bronson, for a while, right?
Yeah, so I am the person who did not like Tekken for the longest time, and 8 is where I started to enjoy it because they made it a more offensive game.
Mhm.
They made it they made it closer to what the fighting games I like are, but the problem with that is that most Tekken players don't like that shit.
Right.
Like they don't like the fucking shit that you get out of a game like Street Fighter or what you get out of a DOA.
Yeah,
You know,
when you ask how do I defend against this, this is ridiculous, and they say don't get hit in the first place, is not
Yeah.
the
I don't know.
answer
That's
they're
kind of
looking for.
fighting games, unfortunately. But you know,
yeah,
Don't get hit.
I like that answer.
yeah.
yeah. So it's one of those things where it's like, so for me, like Tekken 8, like I got the platinum in Tekken. I played a shit ton of Tekken. I'm, you know, like I occasionally.
Yeah, but Tekken 8 is what I specifically refer to when I say I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know somebody who's played Tekken 8 and didn't like it.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
don't think Tekken has a problem where they need to refine their gameplay to be a better time.
On the casual end, on the there's something about balancing, and again, it's an area of Tekken that I've never stepped foot into. I wouldn't know what I'm talking about with it, and so I don't. It's the same thing with Monster Hunter. There's a lot of complaints about Monster Hunter, which someone who plays casually, I just don't see what the problems are. I enjoy it.
Right.
So I can't really
and
speak
I
on
have
it,
heard
but
that Tekken has a lot of controversy for like really high end players. And that there's and that basically it sounds to me like the game is annoying, right? Like that's the problem you run into, is that at a high level, when you're really dedicating yourself to it, it has a number of traits that are just fucking annoying.
The big thing that I heard from a lot of Tekken players is they do not like how it is turned into a game of there is so like every single interaction turns into a 50-50.
Yeah.
Where
That's
it's like
fucking annoying. It's annoying to be playing and being like, all right, well, I guess I'm fucking rolling dice every time I do something because we both know the best move and we both know it puts us in a 50-50 and I just need to guess what you're doing. I just have to hard read everything.
Yeah, like and that's the thing is like I think that a lot of Tekken players hate that shit, but I also think about like, okay, well, how would you make a more offensive Tekken? And I'm like, you kind of have to do that if you're going to make a more offensive, fucking just get in their face Tekken. You know?
Yeah, because I mean, the only way to make a game that's like when you make a game more offensive, it means making game more offensive just means making it less defensive. I feel like, right? The fewer answers a move has. Right, you know, because it's in a fighting game, a move is a question, and you need to have the right answer to it. And I think the fewer answers available to any given move means the more offensive any given interaction is, right? Because you want to be doing your thing with the fewest answers that's the hardest to respond to. Your most complex question you can possibly pose is the one you want to be posing. And if your questions get really complex and there's not a lot of answers, eventually it'll boil down to you just need to take a guess, and that sucks. It doesn't feel good to not be, to not be like actually choosing when doing something, because it doesn't, you're not having a skillful interaction.
Right.
But
And
I mean, I'd say that I feel like most fighting games do eventually boil down to this, though, right? Like, I feel like at the highest level, that's basically what everyone is doing.
yeah, like if you are playing like Marvel at the very highest level, there are tons of interactions where it's like, I just have to make a hard read here. Like, I am in the corner, I am getting drilled down. If I do not make a hard read here, I am going to get it put into an infinite blender. And a lot of people don't like that experience. I find that Tekken in particular has not had that, because it is like just a slower, more methodical game. And as they have sped it up, they sped it up a lot in 7. And people bitched about Akuma primarily, which, all right, hey, I understand. And then in the case of Tekken 8, they sped it up even more, and that's kind of taken it to where it is now.
Right, and you're running into those interactions more often the faster it gets.
Yeah, exactly, and it's just, I don't know how you fix that without just being like, we're going back to Tekken 5.
Which, was a popular game, and I bet Tekken people would be stoked.
Well, I think a game like Guilty Gear answers it by adding a bunch of complex shit. I feel like the way that Guilty Gear has answered the question of how do you deal with putting people in these unsatisfying scenarios is by putting them in a lot of really different scenarios that do also have answers.
Yeah,
if you're fighting Asuka, you can answer those cards, right? Like you can do a right thing. It's just there's so many things to do a right thing to that the challenge is still present, and there's still a dynamic sense of like, okay, I need to practice all of these things, and that's where the skillfulness comes from, maybe.
I think Guilty Gear has a very specific advantage to most other fighting games, and that there are a lot of characters in Guilty Gear that are systems into themselves. Like there are characters in Guilty Gear who are just like, this guy's the only one who does this and has this very specific meter and this very specific thing. And I think in the case of Strive, they dumbed a lot of that down before eventually scaling it up. And I think that was a smart move. It's made the game pop off. I saw more Guilty Gear hype and merch and everything at EVO at any other point in my life this past year. It made me want to play Guilty Gear, and then I loaded up Guilty Gear, and I'm like, oh, yeah, right, Guilty Gear.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I went back to playing Street Fighter and Dragon Ball.
Right.
But yeah, I also think that there's a fine line for fighting games where it's just like, a lot of people are complaining about Marvel Tokon because all the characters are too similar to each other. And then you have cases where people will complain about, what I just complained about in Guilty Gear, where it's just like, dude, I don't want to learn all this shit for every single person on this roster. Too much.
Right, and I think something that we're learning is also, these franchises are distinct for a reason. They all have their own specific audience, where some people are more tolerant of certain things and some are less tolerant of other things, and it creates an identity among each of them.
Yeah, and I think that in the case of Tekken, Namco Bandai is just going to have to settle for like, look, dog, they don't want this to turn into DOA. They don't want this to turn into fucking Street Fighter. They want a more methodical game. That is just what the community wants.
Question to answer, and Bandai Namco is almost certainly knocking on Harada's door, going, "What are we gonna fucking do?"
Well,
I think it's reasonable for him to now go, I don't want to live my life like this.
Well, there's a lot going on.
Man, you had a perfect
here.
joke. You had a perfect joke for that setup. I thought you were going to say it's reasonable for him to say, don't ask me for shit.
Haha. There you go. Yeah. There's a lot going on with Harada. One of his friends died. One of his game developing friends died recently, and he has a lot on his mind. And yeah, there's been a lot of pressure on him regarding Tekken. He tried to get the next group of Tekken developers to take the mantle, and that's what really kicked off a lot of the controversy of Tekken 8 right now. So they've been trying to fix it. And then on top of Harada's other issues, he got to work on Shadow Labyrinth for a little bit, and the reviews on that, but he got to do something different. And so I think he's just interested in doing something new. And let me tell you what I want him to do. Looking back, I was fortunate to work on an extraordinary variety of projects, including Pokken Tournament, which is what he should do. To do Pokken Tournament too. God damn it.
So this is what I would love. This is what I would love to see. I would love him to go to Koei Tecmo and just turn Dead or Alive into a juggernaut.
Sure.
I would love that more than anything in the whole world.
I'm going to take option 3 here. Because he also said that he was very lucky to get to work on Summer Lesson VR, the almost porn game that they put on PSVR. So he's gonna go get hired by Illusion Games, the VR porn game makers. And that's where he's gonna make his real mark.
So
hell yeah.
So if you've ever seen a picture of Harada, that dude could totally work in pornography.
Yeah,
he could.
That dude, that guy. You see him walking around, I'd be like, that guy works in the porn industry.
Okay. Being fully serious, what I would like to see from Harada, he's 55. Yeah. He only has so much time to make video games.
You got probably 1 or 2 left. Is probably realistically what it is.
If you're making AAA titles, here's what I want him to do. I want him to make a new fighting game. New. Just straight up new IP. Let Harada make something.
Let Harada cook.
Really cool. Yeah.
I want the opposite, because I just want him to stick it to Tekken's primary rival, or stick it to Tekken via their primary rival in the past, DOA. Plus,
or get him on Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur is owned by Namco.
Yeah, but Soul Calibur's different.
Hire him back.
I get him back.
Hire him back.
Give me. You're not using Soul Calibur. Give it to me. I'm gonna create a company. You're not using this shit. No. And then working on Dead or Alive, because like you were saying, it's Itagaki's baby. That would be an interesting way to.
Yeah, Itagaki passed this year, and just like Itagaki was a big deal for him, and. I would that'd be a kind of a cool moment of
it would be.
Hey, I'm gonna carry this DOA thing for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I'll say is there's a lot of stuff going on with Tekken right now. That's clearly what we wanted to talk about for this story, but wish the best for Harada, who's dedicated his life to Tekken and has made it a huge thing. So
made it a global phenomenon. Yeah. I posted a meme. I'll send to you now, Aaron.
Every time you do this, you post it, and I never have a scene set up for it. So it's like half of it's gonna get cut off. But let's see what we can do here.
I'll send it to you I'll send it to you direct.
Okay. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna read it because it cuts off on the stream. But he may never put Kiryu Majima in a Tekken game, and he may have fumbled Tekken 8 in the early months of its existence. I don't know about that, but there goes the guy who made Tekken into a global phenomenon.
Yeah,
Harada's great. There is.
He is.
I'm not gonna take shit about Harada. Leave him alone. God damn it!
I'm curious. I'm curious to see who's going to take over Tekken from here. But let's get on the next news story, because
they're trying to figure out the new one, but that search is ongoing, I suppose. I mean, they're going to have someone in the interim for sure. But
yeah,
all of a sudden Bethesda takes over.
Oh my god!
Damn it. Oh no!
Our next story.
Well, hey, we got people forming a union. Game developers
Union.
unionizing. Doom
They
and
be
Quake
union
developers
and
at
real
id
good.
Software, are 165 people unionizing. That's
Yeah, I mean
pretty
it's
awesome.
all the wall.
Yeah.
They just full agreement. Everybody did it all together.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, man, I think that's awesome.
It's also pretty nice. I think as much as Microsoft is a little horrible all the time,
Yeah, we're aware.
based on some of the stories about how they're like one of the few companies letting their developers unionize, that's like the only thing I can give them props for.
See, the thing is like, because I worked there, I know their roundabout way about getting around unions.
This is the concern, but like,
and then so it's like, and I'm like, I mean, that's cool for the people that are still at id and at Diablo and Warcraft and the other and Bethesda, etc. However, cool dog, we're just gonna hire most of your game to be developed by contractors.
I
You know,
mean,
so
yeah, like
I do love contractors. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
though, it's based on their history. They were probably going to do that anyways.
I mean, I think this is good news, and also it is important to recognize Microsoft's a bunch of shit. So
yeah, that too.
but like, good on the workers doing what they can to try and protect themselves.
Yeah, I think that is the best thing you can do in this situation. It's like, well, at least we have some protections.
Yeah.
At minimum.
Yeah.
We're making the efforts, and if they work around it, like, hopefully this is like, all right, well, we got to figure something else out and start just more intention to fight on behalf of developers and trying to make a decent living making good games, despite the efforts of the larger publishers.
Yeah, like I think that's like one of the shittiest things in the world when it comes to working in entertainment, is like, especially games. Hollywood's kind of half figured it out, at least. But like, I feel like if you are in the games industry, it's just, especially the Western games industry, it's just a constant churn, you know. And because of that, you know, people always talk like, you know, we've had tons and tons and tons of brain drain out of game dev over the past, you know, handful of years, just because of all the insane layoffs. And, you know, people, very talented people who would love to work in games and stay in the space are like, fuck this shit.
Right.
I'm so done.
Yeah.
And then they just go into software.
Yeah, you know, because or you know, if you're an artist, marketing, or you know, like just they're just like, yeah, fuck this, fuck every part of this.
And then also, just to say, because I briefly looked into work in film recently, and that shit's decimated, man. It's just as bad over there. So
yeah, it's this unfortunate thing where you're you know, you are a you know, if you're working in a quote fun industry, you're always going to have somebody willing to take the job for less.
the bigger and larger end, yeah.
Tax.
Yeah, you are paying massive tax, and you know the company see that, and it sucks. It sucks a lot, but yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So,
all right, well, good for them. Happy for them fighting for themselves. It's good.
yep, good on. What's the next one?
Most important news story of the week, as far as I'm concerned. People on Switch 2 couldn't play Skyrim, which is a problem. You know?
They could, but it wasn't in an addict fashion. It was the Switch version.
Terrible. Who would do that?
They needed a Switch 2 version.
They did.
They did. So they decided to put out Switch 2 edition, Skyrim Anniversary Edition. It adds better graphics, faster load times, as well as mouse controls, motion control, and a amiibo port.
And I was personally feeling a tough thing that I had per Skyrim in like a long time. Like it's been like years since I could per Skyrim again.
Yeah.
So thankfully, I was in an opportunity to spend $50 on Skyrim again.
Fantastic. Good
Yeah.
for you.
Uh,
Man.
I really did that.
So, couple things
Uh-huh.
is if you own Switch One Anniversary Edition, this thing is free.
Oh, okay. That's
So,
good.
but nice little. If you just own regular Skyrim on Switch, upgrade to this is $20.
Dang.
So,
Okay.
yep.
All right. It's an
yep.
upgrade. You know.
It's hey, did you like Skyrim on Switch, but you want it to be prettier with higher frame rates and like support for the Creators Club and a bunch of DLC. Here you go.
Yeah,
There
I
you
mean,
go.
I guess it
Enjoy.
probably wasn't at 60 on the Switch.
It was not.
Now
It very much was
probably
not.
is.
So, yeah,
Makes sense.
If you,
If you're dying for it.
if you for some reason,
I wonder if this is a game like Gen Alpha will be coming up with. Like, I hear this is a legendary game. I should go back and take a look at what this is.
I should purchase this game again.
We'll get my parents to purchase it for the first time.
Released.
You know?
Well, okay, so I think they will, because I follow this YouTuber. She is a more recent Nintendo YouTuber who's kind of had a come up in the past couple years, and she is like 22, 23, and like she is going back and checking out like legendary Nintendo games constantly.
Okay.
Like it's so yeah, I totally think that there's a whole bunch of people that are Gen Alpha and Gen Beta who are gonna go and be like, yeah, I'm gonna go check out this Skyrim thing.
Well, and one day I'll get to sit my kids down and tell them, I go, son, you get to engage in the time-honored tradition that I got to engage in before you, and your father before you, for me, got to engage in, and that's purchasing a copy of Skyrim for play on a video game console.
Just for
my father purchased Skyrim for me, and I purchased Skyrim, and now you will get to purchase Skyrim.
It's the complete inverse of handing down a disc from one generation to the next. This was your father's. It's like, no, you get the privilege to buy this digital product for your digital profile.
Dear Lord, now it's
it's terrifying, isn't it?
It will be the third generation Crabtree to buy Skyrim.
Oh, God.
Time-honored tradition. So just for reference, the oldest Generation Alpha was born 2013, so we're talking 12-year-olds at best and younger for Gen Alpha.
Yeah, so
I was 14 when I got Skyrim.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The question is, are the kids just going to Breath of the Wild straight up? Why am I even going back to this? For the memes?
I mean, judging how wildly popular Breath of the Wild has been, yeah, maybe. So,
the kids curious about their history.
Yeah. Well, hold on. They won't get Breath of the Wild because Nintendo never re-releases their games.
Mm-hmm.
They just re-released that game.
Yeah, the Switch 2 version.
Yeah, but not for real.
Yes. You can buy that game in a store.
No, I think that what's going to happen is that that's the last time. And now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, you need to go pirate it. And they do get to shoot you for doing it.
I like this prediction. Let's write this down, and we'll do this for 10 years.
We'll revisit. Yeah, we'll rule the 10-year anniversary of Duncan making this.
Do you want to? What is it? It's Twilight Princess. Do you want to Wii U? No, then we'll shoot you if we catch you playing that game.
Oh my God! I need to make a bunch of Terminators that are just Miyamoto, and then just send them around the world.
You know how hard it is to get a copy of a Gen 3 Pokemon game?
Yeah. I don't know.
I think Pokemon is the one that they don't remake, because we're on our third re-release of Wind Waker. We're on our third re-release of Mario Galaxy.
Yeah,
Like
no,
I
actually,
think
Nintendo proper is really good. Not actually that horrible about it. But I think particularly in recent years, they've been good about like. It was like for a long time really hard to get a hold of like Super Mario Sunshine, for example, until they got that onto the Switch. Like
now
they
it's
they've historically had a problem with it, but you know the joke is becoming less real with modern Nintendo. They're really bad about those Pokemon games though.
They are,
because people are just begging them so much to just release a virtual console version of the games.
insane.
And they're like, how about we make a full priced remake of the game that isn't the same?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, they released that. Well, what they should do is release that and then put out the virtual release like a year or two later. Like get that full price purchase of this new
That's what they
game.
should do if they liked money.
I know.
But
I know.
they just
There's
like
a lot of
being
things.
really
We could sit here
annoying.
for an hour and talk about the ways they can make more money that they don't do.
That's true. That's true.
I had a real sad moment last night realizing I'm not going to have the money to go to their theme park. Sad.
I mean, not this year. Or I'm sorry, next year.
Not
But
next year.
another time.
Another time.
I know. I am.
I'm not confident it's going to be at the right scale to prompt me to want to go.
I'm
all the
Pokemon
way
brained. They're
where it
releasing a
is.
Kanto theme park. It's going to be small. I don't care. I want to go.
I want Mario Land in USJ, but for Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Skyrim. If you need to play it, I don't know, man.
And you do need to purchase Skyrim, as everyone is legally mandated to do every 2 years.
Yes.
God, that'd be a nightmare. All right. I'm interested in this one. Let's talk about this. Resident Evil Requiem.
Resident Evil.
That's coming.
Mm-hmm.
People are talking about it. And Game Awards was the official reveal that Leon's in it. I believe, right? That was that got leaked a little bit before, so I don't know if that was like an official.
Yeah, there have been a bunch of leaks saying he's going to be in it, and then Capcom has been like, "Oh no, he's like a side character." But no, they're straight up saying like, "No, you can like play as Leon."
He's 50% of the game.
You will play as Leon half the time.
And that's what's interesting about it is apparently the protagonist they've been promoting that's half the game, and that's more survival horror. And then Leon is the other playable character for the other half of the game, which is action combat.
Action.
Yeah,
which makes sense because Leon
ain't afraid anymore.
Killed gigantic monsters.
That man's a killer.
It's become par for the course for him to do this with fucked up creatures. So it makes sense that he's not engaging in the scary woo stuff that he is in like RE2.
Yeah, he's
RE4 happened to the man, and it can't unhappen to him.
And he's doing exactly what he did in RE4. He's kicking things in the face.
Damn right.
So that's fun. I like that idea because Resident Evil's very Resident Evil for me is very action gamey, and it was until I played RE2 remake. Because I was a big RE5 guy.
Yeah.
When I was young, because me and my brother played that together, and so my image of Resident Evil was the action game version of RE that had been the case between 4 and 6, and. So having a bit of both in there of the classic survival horror and the action combat stuff, I think that's to my taste. I like that.
I'm a big fan of this. I really liked what they did with 7 and 8 being more a really spooky horror thing, but then then I'm also excited for. Going back to the more RE4 thing, I do like what they say, where Capcom knows Leon has a passionate set of fans, making him a, quote, handsome figure who's cool personality-wise, too. Last night's show showed...
He's an Ikeoji, as the Japanese term is.
Which means a cool, attractive, older guy. Their reaction to the trailer on that front have made us happy.
Yeah.
and he drives a Porsche.
Ikeoji specifically is a modification of the word ikemen, which is ikemen is generally like a hot, handsome dude who's a cool, suave man, and Leon was very much an ikemen before in his early introductions. He's a pretty classic example of the trope. And so now that he's old, they're trying to do the old man version of that, the Ikeoji.
Is this going to be the anime problem where it's like he's an attractive, suave, older man? He's like, how old are you? He's like 24.
Oh, is Leon in this game? Actually, he has to be in his 40s or 50s, right?
I was thinking like late 30s, mid to late 30s.
I think the last
no,
time
he's way older.
He was in his 40s.
Let's see. Okay, so Resident Evil 1 takes place in 1998.
Oh, okay. You can't. All right.
I'm on the wiki.
One in the first game, 40s in RE4, and then 48 to 51.
Wait, what? No. What? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
It's the exact opposite problem because there's no way that's real.
In RE4.
That's not real.
Like, okay, wait. This estimate is around 27 in RE4. Okay. Around 60 in Village.
What?
I don't know where they're getting these numbers.
These are wrong numbers. I don't care if it's from the source. These are wrong numbers.
Hey, I would say that
he's definitely 50 plus in the current game.
Jesus. Yeah, he's 50 plus. We'll say he's 50 plus.
Maybe I got to look at other videos. I'm thinking like how old is Dante in DMC5?
I mean, technically he's hundreds of years old. I believe.
Lord. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Like you look at him, right?
RE9 is set in 2026, 27 years after RE2. So Leon is about 48 because he is 21 in RE2.
Let me look at old Leon here.
There is another game he appears in that is in 2037, where he is in his 60s.
That's nuts. Imagine having that haircut in your 60s.
Right. She's so hip with the youths.
Jeez, man. Okay, all right. Here we go. Here, this Polygon article has a picture here. That's a great hairstyle to have when you're that old, man. It's great. I love it.
Oh, dude, I have totally been to concerts.
I'll probably do it.
Yeah, don't even.
It looks ridiculous. But I'll probably do it, but I'm not gonna say it's man. All right.
To answer your question, Dante is 44 in DMC5.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
As someone whose hair is about the same color at this point, yeah.
Well, okay. Anyway, what was this about? We were talking half action, half survival horror. Which here's the thing, Resident Evil is on a roll right now, like ridiculous. Between 7, 8, the remakes, and their remake of 4, seems to be showcasing a mastery of the spectrum. And so I think this will be very interesting, and I think they have never been in a better place to do it. And it'll be interesting to see if they can pull it off.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
But
I got a couple games to catch up on in Resident Evil.
I have played most of 4, and that's it. A little bit of the demo of 5
is a stupid game.
Yeah,
it's just so racist.
It was a different time.
A different time where you go into a swamp and there's literally men chucking spears at you in Africa.
Damn.
What's lost in this conversation is the validity of a spear as a weapon. Look, that's a good weapon. People don't talk about it enough. When people talk about defending against zombies, people don't mention spears enough.
Yeah, right.
Freaking Max Brooks said Shaolin Spade, and everyone just ate it up. Whatever. Anyway,
so
looking forward to Resident Evil.
Yeah. Also, apparently, he drives a Porsche Cayman Turbo GT.
Where does he get the money
And
for that?
Capcom officially, yes, Capcom secured an
license.
official license from the company to include it in the game.
So you could drive a Porsche.
He saved the president's daughter, and now he gets all the money he needs for life.
I think that is literally true.
That might be true.
I think, yeah.
Literally, you saved the
that checks
president's
out.
daughter. It's like, all right, you're retired, essentially. And I'm like, I'm going to go kill more zombies. Like, okay, fucking weirdo. Here's a Porsche.
Yeah. And here's,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go kill more zombies. Here's a Porsche.
Here's a Porsche.
to do that with.
Literally, oh man, you know what would be great? He's like, all right, I want to be your secret task force to fight zombies. I want to be James Bond. I want you to pay for my cars. I want you to pay for my guns. And I want you to pay for this fucking weird guy I found in Spain that sells me guns and stuff. And then he becomes an official
pay him whatever he
government
asks.
arms dealer.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I would love for you to boot up this game. You are going through this government building, and just what do you buy?
Hey, Carl.
I want that more than any other part of this fucking game.
He gets his own
Proof of-
government like trench coat. It's like clean and
There's a
prim and
badge.
proper, but
There's a badge for
on
it.
inside
Yeah.
the coat, of course. You know.
Badge inside the coat, of course.
Oh my god.
He shows it off while he shows off his grenades.
Oh, all right. We got Game Awards talk coming up here, and that's going to take us a little while. So let's get through a few more of these. I need to get the title set up for the next one. I'm a professional producer.
Producer man.
Call of Duty is going through some stuff right now, a little bit.
Yeah.
Usually they go through stuff and they make so much money it doesn't matter. Apparently, it's become a little much.
Yeah, so they have had kind of a release cycle going the past 4 years of putting out 2 of the same franchise in a row.
Mm-hmm.
So they did Modern Warfare 2, then Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 6, and Black Ops 7. And the second one of those, in both scenarios, was way worse than the first. And had way shittier campaigns than the first. And were just very disappointing. And this one in particular, Black Ops 7, is like one of the worst campaigns, probably the worst campaign they've ever made.
I don't like it.
And, there's a lot of definitely AI assets in the calling cards, but I do think the campaign feels like it was written by AI.
You've got big YouTubers like Moist Critical making videos like this shit is fucking garbage. You're in a bad spot.
Yeah, like I played it. I go through the yearly Call of Duty run, and yeah, this one, its multiplayer is fine. It just kind of feels like a sci-fi expansion pack for Black Ops 6. You're kind of just better off playing Black Ops 6 still. But the campaign is a big pile of poopy garbage. And it shows, and people are not happy with it. In fact, over the past year, Call of Duty has gone from 36 million players estimated down to 18 million players estimated.
Okay.
Because of this.
Man.
So last year, 36 million. This year, 18 million. PC cut in half. PlayStation cut almost in half. Xbox more than cut in half. It's a bad year. And the thing is I know it's a bad year because Call of Duty, whatever year's current year Call of Duty is normally a game that does not go on sale.
Yeah.
Like that never happens. This game has been on sale twice.
Yeah.
It's not a great sign for him.
No.
Yeah. So they're going to go back to the old way of doing things where you get, no 2 franchises in a row, and going back to making it so the same developer doesn't do a game 2 years in a row.
Call?
Yeah.
So, yep. So you're going to go, the way it's going to work is you're going to get Modern Warfare. Let's say next year's Modern Warfare 4, then the next year is going to be whatever the hell Sledgehammer is working on, and the year after that's going to be whatever Treyarch is working on. It's going to go back to doing that thing. It is The only worst ranking game in the series on Metacritic is Modern Warfare 3 2023. And yeah, that's basically it.
Okay. Yeah, sure. There's other
Bad,
things to work on with Call of
bad
Duty,
of
but
duty.
that's a good thing to change.
People like
Yeah.
Warzone. I hear people like Warzone a lot.
I think the multiplayer is good. I
Okay.
think it's a good multiplayer. I think that Call of Duty, when you put out a good campaign, it's a good time.
Right.
That Black Ops 6 campaign, that casino heist, that fucking chase through Washington D.C., that was some good shit.
Sure.
So yeah.
And I think there's a conversation also about like how important is a single player campaign to a video game these days.
Right.
This seems to prove a little bit.
I think
A little important.
I think with Call of Duty, it's an expectation,
Sure.
and that's
Yeah.
like I think if it is a new game, but I think that if you're talking about a Call of Duty game, though, it's an expectation, whether they like it or not.
I mean, it's not the only example that Call of Duty has had of a like unfathomably horrible campaign, though.
Yeah,
Call of Duty
absolutely
Ghosts exists.
So I have played Call of Duty Ghosts, and let me tell you, this campaign and the Modern Warfare 3 2023 campaign made Call of Duty Ghosts look like fucking high art.
Good lord.
They make that shit look awesome. Like if you wiped your brain of these franchises and like played this and then played Ghosts, you'd be like, man, other than the graphics, they really improved a whole bunch. This new game's awesome. Like that would be the response. Like it's so
Good lord.
All
right. Call of Duty.
yeah.
Good luck in fixing your shit.
I hope you do. When Call of Duty's good, I like Call of Duty. So
I like watching YouTube videos about the zombie lore.
Sure.
I like playing multiplayer until
doing.
I like playing multiplayer as like a zone out game at night.
Yeah.
So
we got one more regular news story before the Game Awards. Let's go ahead and bring it up. I find this fascinating, and that is...
I find it to be sad and funny at the same time.
Well, it's weird. Netflix considers Warner Brothers games to be pretty much worthless.
Yeah, they sure do.
Yeah, they do.
So they didn't.
It makes sense to me that they don't care about Warner Brothers games, largely because the entire point of the acquisition is we want to be a streaming monopoly.
I mean, sure.
And being a streaming monopoly is worth way more than these video games could ever hope to be.
I think, yeah, like, that seems more like a statement on just how much money is going on in that realm that like Mortal Kombat doesn't, or Harry Potter video games don't factor.
It's also just, I can't imagine a more clear indicator that this is an anti-consumer merger they're proposing. Like, multiple billions of dollars of revenue has come out of this game's arm of Warner Brothers. Multiple billions. And it's irrelevant to them because the prospective profit they could make from jacking up prices of streaming by being the only game in town is just so much more that those billions are actually meaningless.
Well, yeah. So, people think that Mortal Kombat 1 did 6.2 million copies, which let's assume everyone buys that at $70 a piece. You take out the publisher and everything and other cuts. You say you're making a $50 profit. We'll be generous. You times that by 6.2 million. Yeah, that's $310 million. You take out, let's say that game cost $100 million to make. you're taking home, $210, million bucks, but $210 million is not jack shit when you make $45 billion a year from subscribers.
Yep.
So that's kind of the problem. And
also considering the period of time that it takes of development to get those large returns on games,
True.
and like the number of them that don't make that, they're making like literally an 80th of what they're making yearly off of their other projects. So like, why would they even consider the video games?
Like the only video game that actually might be worth their fucking time is Hogwarts Legacy, because it's done 30 million units, which would put them well over $1 billion of revenue on that game. So that game is worth it.
It's just
but Hogwarts Legacy.
It's just funny because we used to talk about games make more money than film, and just the streaming nature that has arisen.
And they still do. It's just games are so decentralized in comparison to streaming. There's
decentralization,
5 players in town for streaming,
or less centralized than what's going on with streaming. Streaming itself, like the nature of it, has grown and become the monster that it is. At the same time that AAA game development has gotten out of control, and now you're putting in years more worth of money and effort into something that is, selling more, but the return is lessening.
And it's, you look, we looked at those profit, what was it? It was that percentages for profit that Microsoft was demanding. I forget what the fuck it's called. And like the only company who is doing over 20% on the regular is Nintendo.
Right.
From the AAA space. And it's like, all right, well, that's cool, I guess. But that tells you that like video games in the AAA space, they're too big, they're too bloated, they cost too goddamn much.
I think this is the big takeaway from this, really.
I'll say that the Active Blizzard merger was $68.7 billion, right?
Yep.
And that's not a dissimilar amount of money to the $83 billion being offered by Netflix for Warner Brothers here. And that merger, for people that are really engaged with games, like, obviously it's bad. Like, we all know it's a bad thing that happened. But games are so big that it actually can't like prevent the engagement with video games that we currently have. Like, it can't affect it because there's too many indies, there's too many other developers, there's just too many people outside of the Microsoft monolith for Microsoft to ever truly fully dominate games the way that a merger like this would do to streaming.
And the thing is like
streaming's a smaller game than
video. Well, and I think that people who are really into video games, they're gonna go find those AA titles, those indie games. Like I look at my library of games I bought just this year, and I buy a lot more games than the average person. But like, if you were to cut out AAA entirely and just play indie games and AA games, I would have still played over 20 games this fucking year.
Yeah.
It's
you still have an endless repertoire of things available to you. Even in AAA, there's a variety of people making AAA games.
But there's just like, what are you going to do for film? Are you honestly going to do what people do with games where you buy all that shit one off? Like, who the fuck is going to,
The reality for film is that this merger, if it happens, will make the other 2 major competitors, it would leave them with 3 other major competitors, right? And 2 of them would not be able to survive. They just wouldn't. It wouldn't be possible. And so they would eventually be forced to fold into either Netflix or Disney.
Yep.
those are going to quite impendingly become the only two streamers in the market is Netflix and Disney.
Yeah, and man, you want to talk about who actually could probably make a lot of money off of that, by the way, it's Sony. Because Sony doesn't have to close down their properties. They just need to just keep leasing them to these companies. Yeah, like that's what, just, oh yeah, Netflix, you want to lease K-pop Demon Hunters? Go ahead, here you go. Like it's and the thing
that too, Netflix with K-pop Demon Hunters, that's like the craziest fucking story of they made so much money. Sony got so fucked by that deal with Netflix. It was like one of the worst business decisions in like in probably the past 5 years. It's just billions upon billions of dollars down the toilet for a $20 million profit from Sony. I mean, K-pop Demon Hunters is much larger than Frozen. Like,
yes,
it's literally the biggest property that Netflix has ever had, and Sony made $20 million off of making that movie.
Just don't tell Sony that directly because they'll make a streaming service.
They don't have the swinging power. Not in this market. Not in a market where WB Games is literally worthless to them. It's what's crazy is that if Sony was making this acquisition, if they had a streamer, they would be super happy about the bonus of WB Games. They'd be like, great, we get all this too.
Yeah. Like if Sony were to go out and do this, which I'm not even sure they would have the revenue to do, and they were doing a streaming service, like, imagine the words Mortal Kombat exclusive on fucking PlayStation
as a bonus on the side of your streaming deal.
PlayStation would be fucking losing their shit.
I think the best case scenario for all the WB properties, if Netflix acquires them and instead of Paramount, is primarily just like another major game group acquiring the rights to all the WB stuff.
And we talked.
Isn't going to try and make games, so they're, I mean, they could go to a Sony. They could go to a Sony and be like, "Hey, make all these," and then Sony starts making Lego Star Wars and stuff.
Yeah, the thing is like Netflix has also though like tried to get into video games. Like they've had a couple of games that they publish. They have their weird little streaming thing for games on phone and otherwise. They even have a section on top of Netflix right now called Games. And they're trying. They got Red Dead on here. You can play Street Fighter 4 on here. But yeah, it's
buy Red Dead and Street Fighter 4 still, because like
no, it's part of your. It's part of your
nice little bonus.
It's part of your sub, as far as I know. Let me click on it.
Huh.
Yeah, you just download Netflix and then you stream Red Dead Redemption 1. So
that's interesting.
Yeah, it's weird. Like it's not like, I think they're dipping their toe in it, and they do have like their own mobile games, but it's like, with the exception of select games, it is all mobile. Yeah. So,
well, I wish the best for Mortal Kombat. And the developers caught up in that. We'll see what happens with those games. Yeah. All right.
Now it's time.
It's time. So we're pulling up. We're gonna be pulling up a story that's kind of just talking about the announcements, right? We're not looking at the awards so much.
No, look, the short version of the awards is Expedition 33 won everything.
Won a lot.
Some people are big mad about it.
We could talk about that later if we want to, but that's not what the meat of this is right now. We're talking about the announcements because there were a bunch of announcements there, and that's what we're gonna do. So, yeah.
I would like to start with, guys, a KOTOR game.
You mean a FOTOR game?
A FOTOR game.
Boom.
That's true. State of the Old Republic. I have waited so long for Mort KOTOR. SWTOR was just obviously not the actual true successor to KOTOR, as it, obviously tried to pose itself as. And it just felt like it's such a successful set of 2 games, and they're so iconic, and why aren't they doing it has always been my question. Why aren't you doing it? Why is there this Star Wars setting that is really popular that just has had nobody touching it at all for literally decades? like why is that the case? So I feel like I'm more like, why didn't this happen earlier?
I mean, maybe they were waiting to get Casey Hudson.
Casey Hudson was busy making Mass Effect, and then I don't know what he did in between, but
yeah. You couldn't get more faithful than grabbing Casey Hudson. The only other thing you could have done that I would have been okay with is making Obsidian make it.
Yeah, but they're too busy with Microsoft.
Yeah, they're just the better of the 2 KOTOR games. So
yeah,
that's a good reveal.
It looks like
that's
Casey,
a very good reveal.
Yeah, they opened. That was actually kind of shocking, especially considering the remake. We're pretty sure it's shit canned.
Oh, for sure. There's no way that game's real.
Speaking of things Duncan is super into, new Divinity game by Larian.
New Divinity game. I love Divinity Original Sin, and Divinity Original Sin 2. Those are great games.
Yeah.
They have that cool environmental combat system that was really fun for CRPG. And Divinity Original Sin 2 is just very, very, very good. It's like one of those, like, this might be one of the best games ever made type of games for me. Baldur's Gate 3 kind of just felt like Divinity 3. Like they really just kept going with the style of CRPG they were making. Obviously we got a lot of the environmental stuff and had a completely different system, but like the vibe was just there. And there was a lot of improvements that were present in Baldur's Gate that I think applied to Divinity would be really cool. Divinity's got a really cool setting with cool stuff going on. I am happy about a new Divinity game. That's dope.
I'm excited for people that are into it. I personally genuinely do not like CRPGs. Baldur's Gate 3 and Disco Elysium are real exceptions, and even Baldur's Gate 3 I have yet to finish. I have yet to put the full amount of time into that, but I'm sure I will one day.
Sure.
One day.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So Divinity.
Cool trailer.
Divinity. Cool.
Yeah.
Then we got Coven of the Chicken Foot, which is a game from the Uncharted and Last of Us director Bruce Straley's new studio.
Australia, this game looks interesting. It very weird, very different from either of those goddamn things. For sure.
Which is cool. All right.
Yeah, it looks like a puzzle adventure game. I'm down for it. It looks great.
Yeah.
I like how the bro in the picture is green.
Yeah.
Look at that guy.
Yeah. I like the little guys on fire or something.
Yeah.
Of course, our next story we already covered. It's Capcom revealed Leon's there in Resident Evil. We got a new trailer for Exodus, which showed more Wizards of the Coast's sci-fi action RPG starring Matthew McConaughey.
I had a lot of people I knew just calling this bootleg Mass Effect.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Which, if they're not going to work on Mass Effect, there are people who are looking for Mass Effect.
I mean, yeah, if it ends up being a good game, like, I'm not, opposed to it.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, but did you see the highly rendered frog?
Yes, I did.
So, game of the year.
Okay.
10 out of 10.
Fine.
Yep.
We've got another game in the Alan Wake universe, a sequel to Control,
Yes.
has been
Also,
announced for
I'm
next
so
year.
happy you call it the Alan Wake universe. I'm so
Alan Wake
happy
came
that
first.
you. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I've heard people call it the Control universe or the Remedy verse. No, god damn it. Yeah,
I would understand
I-
It's the
Remedyverse.
Wakeverse.
Oh.
yeah, it is technically, but like I just
Then
like
where does Quantum Break fit into this?
it's not part of that.
The
It's not-
garbage.
Quantum Break is a good game. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
but it's so easy to make fun of.
It is. It's one of those things where a lot of people kind of just look over Alan Wake for Control,
Right.
and I get so salty about it because Alan Wake is the better game. God damn it!
I have yet to play either. They're one of those games that I'm like, yeah, I should really play those. Those seem great.
Control
I
taps
think
into that SCP stuff. You know,
I am obsessed with SCP.
Yeah.
Especially lately. It's been constantly.
a whole generation's about it.
YouTube is just like, yeah, YouTube is just like made my entire feed SCP videos.
Hmm.
So I've gotten into it as a consequence. You know, Control definitely interests me more than Alan Wake because of that at the moment.
Yeah.
But fucking.
But, I couldn't stop hearing about how Alan Wake 2 was like one of the best games ever made when it came out.
Alan Wake.
It's the main thing that pulls me towards
It's
that.
so fucking just Twin Peaks ass shit, and it's just so goddamn weird and good. God.
Well, this one
Fucking
has.
good.
This one's like an action game that really got
Yeah,
me
that-
interested
yeah,
because, like, I don't know, I
yeah.
started up Control and I was like, okay, I got to read a bunch of documents, which I'm not an SCP person. So I'm just like, okay, all right, and then you're shooting, it's fine. This looks like fun.
Do you get to the point where you get powers in Control? Because that's when that game really starts to pop
I
off. It's
probably
not that
did
far
not.
in.
I got to a boss where I had
Yeah.
to shoot him dead, and I was like, this sucks.
You know, I think the issue I might run into with Control though is that SCP is a thing to go to sleep to, not to actively engage with.
Right,
for
isn't
me.
it
So-
horror?
It is, in fact.
Control also like is realistically mostly just like playing this really good, competent shooter game where you have powers.
Hmm.
Like you by the end of that game, you're flying, you're pushing and pulling shit. You're yanking dudes out of
pushing
there.
And pulling.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah, with like psychic powers, dog.
Dang.
Anyways.
Holy
All right.
shit.
But yeah, Anyway, this looks like they're adding on to that by really leaning into the powers end of it. I dig that. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
We got the new game from the Yakuza director.
He's
How
doing
can you
it.
tell?
He's doing it. It's Kabukicho again.
Uh,
there it is. It's another Yakuza game. He's just doing his own version.
Literally
With
called
blackjack
do it.
hookers.
Gang of Dragon.
and he's Yakuza was like a dragon. That's what that fucking translates to. So now it's Gang of
Ryuga
Dragon.
Gotoko is the Japanese title of the Yakuza series.
I like how they just got a beefy as shit fucking Yakuza just doing shit in that trailer. It seems cool.
Sure.
No words on release date, no words on really anything on what it actually is, but anyway, yeah, I'm down.
I think literally. Okay, so Yakuza in Japanese, like I said, Ryuga Gotoko. I think this might literally be Gotoko Ryu. I think it's literally a swap of the title.
Amazing.
Or maybe they just removed something and it's called Ryu Gotoko, which they just remove a syllable.
Why not?
Again,
Whatever.
Amazing.
Just doing it.
Just so blatant.
Fine.
Just especially there's a shot in the trailer of him walking in front of the Kabukicho sign. And Yakuza iconically takes place in Kamurocho, the recreation of Kabukicho. And the main thing that makes you know that it's Kabukicho, there's a very iconic sign at the front of Kabukicho that's there. And that's in Yakuza. Like the iconic shot in Yakuza 0 is Kiryu walking under that exact sign that the character in this trailer walks up.
Look, man, he knows what he's about. He knows what he's about. This man.
Is it something that the Yakuza franchise and whoever runs that can do legally?
No, there's nothing they can do about it because Kamurocho is 1-to-1 a recreation of Kabukicho. So literally in this game, you'll go in and the map will be the same map.
Right.
Like it's just gonna be you'll know exactly where everything is still. You'll load into this game and you'll go, I know how to get to the bowling alley.
Right.
You just know where it is.
Yeah.
It's so insane to me.
It's honestly
so
one of the best parts about playing those games is like when someone's like, I need you to go to the park on the west end. I'm like, oh, I know where that is.
Right.
No, you know what the best part is? The best part is going there in real life and suddenly knowing where you are. Right?
Yeah.
I was in Tokyo, lost, wandering around near Shinjuku, and then I'm in Kabukicho and I go, wait a minute. I know this place. And because I just have the Yakuza map downloaded in my mind. And so I'm there like, oh, okay, I know where I am. I know where everything is now.
It just seems like there's something else that's going to unfold out of these two games existing side by side. But I guess we'll wait and see what happens.
It's
anyway, next up, hey, we got two new Tomb Raiders. One is a remake of the first one, and that's that. Yeah, it looks fine. It looks like they took the old one and combined it with the new one.
Yeah.
And then gave her AI girl face.
It's a face. Fine.
I just, anyway, James Bond, Lenny Kravitz is the villain.
Yeah, sure. What's Lenny Kravitz doing?
Being a James Bond villain, we know now.
Yeah, exactly.
Is this the Hitman game?
Yeah.
Yes, this is the Hitman people.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm gonna play the shit out of this when it comes out.
Yeah.
100%.
Cyberpunk game is out.
Yeah, when we saw this, we were like, "Is this an expansion to Cyberpunk?"
Yeah, no, it's No Law, the next game from the team behind The Ascent.
Also, I will be right back.
Okay. I find it very funny that we had a not Mass Effect, not Yakuza, and now a not Cyberpunk.
and it looks so similar.
Yeah. Which again,
the design, it's just the main thing is that I feel this looks a bit less cyber, like the characters look less robot infused than Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah,
I would say not robot infused. They are still robot infused,
right?
Just less.
The thing about this is at least like Cyberpunk is a pretty established genre of fiction, and like if you do something Cyberpunk, it's going to look similar to Cyberpunk 2077 in some ways. I think it's still pretty damn close, but I'm more understanding of this than like Mass Effect, the not Mass Effect. Like that's very specifically calling to Mass Effect, and the Yakuza creator this is mine. I don't care if you legally own Yakuza. This is mine now. That's the game.
I think there's also like less major prevalent cyberpunk media available to work off of.
Sure.
With sci-fi in general, it's such a wide genre that like you didn't have to be Mass Effect.
Exactly.
There's a lot of things.
Yep.
I don't mind you being Mass Effect.
There's a smart business decision happening here. It's like they're not going to make Mass Effect. We'll make Mass Effect.
I mean, and also the timing is weird because they're making Mass Effect.
Well, they should have released a trailer at the Game Awards 2025.
Yeah, no, all they're going to do is release like a short little clip of Liara going Mass Effect. and then
I painted that in my mind as you said it, and that voice came out. Mass Effect.
It's like that's basically all they've done, and they're basically radio silent on Mass Effect 4.
Zooms in on Asari's face. Mass Effect.
And then she got the Shepherd helmet.
That'd be pretty good. That's what all tasers should be now. It's essentially what they are.
Yeah, just one word and but then they have to say it wrong.
Yeah, Half-Life 3. They should use when they finally do announce Half-Life 3, they should just get Skibidi Toilet, and that's how they announce it.
Man, everybody thought they were going to do it at this Game Awards too. People were.
Yeah, I did.
There's a great clip from Vine Sauce Vinny where he he kept playing. Anytime it would fade to black, he would play the Valve like noise that they put in their games just to fuck with people.
Oh my god, that's a great bit, because
That's a good bit.
man, why is anyone building up expectations? Let it be. If it happens, it happens. I don't know, man.
Yeah, and it won't.
It's a very old man thing at this point to be like, is this Half-Life 3? Like, just let it go. Let it go, man. If it happens, it happens. It'll be great if it comes out. But, oh my God, how long has it been? Chill. It's okay. We have greater odds of getting a Skibidi Toilet game than Half-Life 3.
We also did get a new Half-Life game. Like another Half-Life game came out.
Yeah.
It's only on VR, so most people haven't played it.
And, it's the best argument for VR, which says something, because I don't think it's enough.
I don't think it is either. What's next? There's a PlayStation 5 exclusive Seros has been delayed until April.
Yeah, it was a trailer that was like, check us out. Also, you're not playing it.
Yeah, my thought was, why are you announcing the delay at the Game Awards?
Well, I think, to remind you, hey, this exists. It's coming.
I just, isn't it the usual practice to announce something or like put a trailer out and then afterwards go, and there's a delay?
Yes.
I feel like that's the usual approach.
I don't know. There's a strategy there. Like, I know that worked for the Switch 2 announcement, where they had the announcement and like, this is cool as hell, and then they announced the price like hours afterwards in like a news article.
You announce your good news big and your bad news small. But going on to the biggest stage possible and announcing your bad news seems like a weird
I think
move.
Delays are not as bad of news as they were. I think people are a little more accustomed to these big titles getting pushed a bit.
Yeah, nowadays. I think people are pretty used to it.
And I also think it's in the news, like GTA 6 has moved its title. Like, all right, let's publicly announce, all right, we're moving our release here. We got ours over there. Just everyone, okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know.
But I knew nothing about the game in the first place. So.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, looks interesting.
My thought was, it's a weird introduction. It's a weird introduction.
That's a weird. Okay, I will give you that. This is your first time hearing about this game.
Hear about its delay.
I remember seeing a trailer for this game before, so I was not bothered by it. But yeah, if you're introduced with a delay, that's rough.
Yeah, it just it doesn't put a good taste in my mouth for what is to come.
Yeah.
What's next? We have
this next game I'm excited about.
This is a love letter to games.
Yeah.
We had a look at David Soliani's surprise Game Awards reveal. Bradley the Badger.
Wait. Hold on. Sorry, I was listening to all that, but I had to go take care of something in the house. Soros is from the Returnal people.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a roguelite. I don't know. You might like it, Duncan.
I do like roguelites.
Yeah.
Yeah, they only delayed it a month too. They only delayed it a month, which either means it's extra polish, or they're getting out of their own co-marketed games away with James Bond, because it's supposed to come out the same weekend as James Bond.
Like we were talking about during the stream, this February to April stretch is going to be rough.
I think they were like, I think that this February to April and even May, they were like, look, we can't delay again because we can't have this Grand Theft Auto shit happen again.
Yeah. Yep.
So you get death threats for the Grand Theft Auto delay.
Yeah.
All right. The Last Badger. This was a delight watching this trailer.
Yeah. Bradley, at first I thought like, oh, it's they're doing like this game, and then it like they obviously just started parodying a million games.
Mm-hmm.
Is kind of what the vibe was.
And it's a little action adventure. or action platformer thing, and then you're using game dev tools to get around.
Yes,
I think
and
that's great.
Yeah, it was awesome. They do a little, Badgerborn.
Yes.
That was one.
Yep.
Cyber Badger.
Cyber Badger.
Last
Yep.
of Badger.
Yep. Last of Badger. Good one. Oh God, this looks so fun and great.
Yeah, I'd like to see a
There's
game like this
a
coming
live
out.
action cutscene where it's just a guy in a badger
What
hat.
was going on there?
Yeah.
I'm very curious if that plays into the actual game itself. That's weird. Or if it's just a weird trailer thing. This
Yeah,
next
it's a
game.
love letter to games.
Yeah, stoked for it.
Nice.
One of my highlights of the show. So
Yeah.
another highlight of this show, Star Wars Galactic Racer.
So could not believe this. I think I was just like, oh, this is like F-Zero. Oh, this is, and then I was like, no, it's not. No. And then
you guys have been talking a lot lately about how you're like, man, it sucks there's not F-Zero games, because this what was the game that came out that you guys have been playing?
Fast Fusion. That game was cool.
Fast Fusion.
That game was so cool.
You guys got really hyped because you're like, yeah, we've really needed an F-Zero, and it sucks that nobody's, Nintendo's not really putting their back into F-Zero anymore, and at least we got this indie title that helps scratch the itch, and now you've got a AAA F-Zero Star Wars thing.
I'm curious how it's going to play. I wonder if it's going to be going more towards pod racing N64 stuff, which I'm totally down for.
Yeah, I would also. That was also a great game. So fuck it. Yeah, let's go.
But this also goes back to the growing theme in 2025 of, and 2026 apparently is, or whenever this comes out. Hey, arcade racers might be coming back.
Yeah, we had a lot this year. We had Tokyo Extreme, Mario Kart, Sonic Racing, Fast Fusion, Kirby. There's one other one I'm forgetting also, and then now this is coming out. Recreation. Yep. The game.
Stoked.
Yakuza 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was last year, but yes, you're right.
And this from a debut title from Fuse Games, the studio founded by former Criterion leads. Check that out.
Yes. Now they need to worm their way into EA's heart.
Yeah, right.
Again, and be like, so how this Galactic Racer thing? We did a great job with it. We really think that you should consider our new game called Burnout.
What if they did Galactic Racer Paradise?
Only if you.
It's important to note for me that it is not pod racing explicitly. Like it might have pod racing type vibes, but it's not pod racing. It's speeders.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you can see in the logo here they got some traditional pod racing, and then they have speeders as well. It seems like they're kind of, it's a mix of types of Star Wars vehicles.
So as for your question, Aaron, only if they play Guns N' Roses. Only if you're.
I don't know, Star Wars music.
No. You need to have all the Burnout music, but in the Star Wars Paradise Racer. So you need to be playing it, and you're driving down the road, blowing up whatever the Star Wars equivalent to the billboard is, and then when you get there, it's playing, hey, you, I don't like your girlfriend. Yeah, there you go.
It'll all be Star Wars themed. It'll be. Yeah, they got to do all covers.
Oh yeah, that Star Wars Dance Connect game.
Yeah,
that had it was like Solo.
I'm Han Solo.
Yeah. God.
All
man,
right.
if you wanted us, I feel like the three of us as game directors would make just the worst video game of all time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Purposefully and on accident. Yep. So Here's a game that is was just trying to be its own thing and has become a central point of another controversy online. They announced a new Mega Man.
They sure did. Fuck yeah, they did. What's the controversy around this one? I actually didn't hear this. I just heard people excited. New Mega Man.
Because of all the announcements, this one was leading up to like, they're going to revive an old franchise. Is this Half-Life 3? This has to be Half-Life 3.
Oh my god.
And then Mega Man was revealed, and Half-Life fans have literally become demonic if you look at the subreddit.
It's the Kingdom Come people for the overall Game of the Year thing. It's up with the announcements. It's like, shut up. Mega Man is a classic fucking franchise. It is one of the best franchises.
It's iconic.
Mm-hmm. It's super awesome to see they're making a new Mega Man. Looks like they're going for it. Except it's coming in 2027.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Just look, man.
Of course, it's fine, but it's just like, really?
Spacing out these video game releases is giving me a reason to live. So hey.
I don't know. That seems like a long development for what they've already shown in that trailer, because they showed gameplay, and it's like,
yeah, they did show
a while out.
They're trying to make it really polished.
I know, but like, really weird.
It's either that or they're just trying to make their portfolio just make it so there's something every quarter, because
or maybe they're cursed now. It's in some sort of development hell, and no Mega Man game will ever be good again.
Okay, that's definitely a theory.
It looks good. I'm really
stoked.
heck yeah. Dual Override. Looking forward to it. I love Mega Man.
Yeah, I'm a bit. Other announcements is 2027 game as well, The Free Shepherd. That is where you play a sheepdog herding sheep.
Sure.
And I was like, I played some other weird shit like that not that long ago. Why not?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. Decrepit Dark Fantasy Souls like set in a grim dark castle horrors.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. This was the announcement I was the most excited about, and I'm super stoked. I'm going to get to the demo today after this. Audio Mech. It has a demo. It is a twin stick shooter like a Geometry Wars, but it uses the sound from your computer to make the levels.
Yep.
So, and your weapons and power-ups. So you can just boot up your Apple Music library or your fucking Spotify or your YouTube Music or whatever you use, because not many people are weird and have MP3s anymore, unfortunately.
Right.
And you can just generate infinite levels based on your music.
Yep.
And you choose between 3 mechs, and you go through this twin joystick thing, and then there you go.
So
looks neat.
So you wait. So you can import MP3s still or not?
Yeah, you can. You can do MP3s if you want. If you can stream, you can import MP3s. You can do whatever it is you want to do. But yep, nope. Super stoked for this. I loved Audio Surf. I played a shit ton of the original Audio Surf. I cannot wait to dig into this when I get a chance. Fuck yeah. Guild Wars 2 getting a new expansion.
Sure.
Visions of Eternity.
Warring, those guilds. The guilds won't stop warring.
God,
they will not.
Terrible.
A new region is coming to Escape from Duckov 2026. I didn't even know that was a game.
This is when I learned Escape from Duckov was a game, and I think that's great that it exists.
Like the Tarkov adjacent game. Like what is? I have no idea what that is.
Okay, so Escape from Duckov is like Escape from Tarkov, but it is rubber ducks, rubber duck people, and it is an indie survival game. So it's like Tarkov, but if it were single player and top down and with ducks. Great. So there you go.
Sure.
Enjoy.
Yep.
Pragmata is coming to Switch 2, and a demo is out on Steam now, and a platform coming to other platforms soon.
That game has been in trailers for a good long time now, and it was nice to see it in another trailer.
I feel like I have been hearing about this game since the start of the console generation. I've been hearing about I feel like I have watched a million trade shows in the past 4 years about that, and here it is now. Next thing they showed is Tank Rat, a tank-based action game coming to PS5 and PC. Oh, sorry, what?
Skipped over Solasta 2, but that's a...
Oh, Solasta 2.
Which is a beloved... The first one's a beloved tactical RPG. They're making a new one. So,
yep.
For those of you who are into that.
And then we got Tank Rat.
Super stoked about Tank Rat.
Yeah, this game looks so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Build your own little mecha tank thing, go around fighting people. Like, dude, yeah, I'm pretty stoked for that. Yep. Let's see.
Here we got Stupid Never Dies, debut game from NetEase's own studio GPT Rack 50, run by veteran Resident Evil producer Hiroyuki Kobayashi.
That game is sick.
Yeah, looking forward
to it. That game looks so sick. The entire time I was watching it, I was like, this has such Lollipop Chainsaw vibes, and I love every minute of it.
Then we got South of Midnight coming to PS5.
And Switch 2.
Cool. Yeah, that game was really good. I played it earlier this year. I really liked it. If you want a PS2 style action platformer with some excellent music and a good story, it's definitely one to check out.
Capcom's letting you buy their video games.
They have quite a sale going
cheaper.
On. Yeah.
Speaking of Mega Man, I picked up the Mega Man games out of that.
There's a good sale on Mega Man and Resident Evil games for sure. That was what I was looking at.
We've got John Carpenter's Toxic Commando on March 12th.
This looks so cool. Aaron and I have been on the search for a Left 4 Dead replacement for a long time, because Left 4 Dead has been our Halloween game for ages.
Well, then you'd be excited by the next announcement.
Hold on.
Yeah, we will get there, because,
we'll get there. But, dude, Toxic Commando, I highly recommend you go watch trailers for that. That shit, oh my God, it looks like the replacement for Left 4 Dead that I've always wanted. Like, it's by the Warhammer guys, the Space Marine 2 team.
Oh, really?
That's cool.
Okay, that could be a quality game.
Yeah, I'm so fucking geeked for that.
I hope it does well.
I'll have to take a look at that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
And then the next up was the first game by Bad Robot Games, a co-op shooter by Left 4 Dead creator Mike Booth called For Loop.
Yeah.
This one I was less stoked for. I still added it to my list, but it did not have the same hook that Toxic Commando did.
I'm keeping an eye on it, but yeah, the trailer itself didn't hook me, so I'm just gonna have to look at more gameplay and what happens with that.
Watching the two trailers at least and gameplay in both of them, I'm like, Toxic Commando seems way more what I'm looking for. Looks way more Left 4 Dead, way more crazy.
Yeah, we'll see. All
right.
Fuck that. On Toast from the creators of Soma, coming in 2026.
Yeah, that game looks gross.
Yeah, I watched that trailer and I was like, nope, I'm good.
I watched that Divinity trailer and I'm like, that's pretty extreme. Watching that guy burn to death, and then Ontos came on, I was like, nah, I'm good.
No, never mind.
Yeah, ZZZ has a new faction.
Neat. I like the little girl. She seemed cute, but yeah, all right.
Have fun in your casino, everybody.
Who knows what's going on in that story anymore?
2XKO coming.
The consoles.
Yeah,
which is important.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I think that getting that game out on more than just PC is a big move for the FGC.
Yes.
If anything, just because it's a giant pain in the ass to get PC tournaments set up.
Right. So I think that's huge for them. We will see what's going on with 2XKO in 2026.
Then we have a game from Jonathan Blow, parentheses, Braid, called Order of the Sinking Star, coming in 2026.
I I am sure there are going to be some cool puzzles in that game. I'm going to recommend it to my girlfriend because she is very much into the puzzly type stuff, especially this kind.
Yeah.
This to me is not. I am not at all interested in it, and also in buying this would mean I would support Jonathan Blow, which
I'll be interested
next
to
we
hear
have-
what people say when it comes out.
Yeah. Next we have Wizards of the Coast working on a Dungeons and Dragons games called Warlock Dungeons and Dragons, which is a dark fantasy action game
Hell yeah, sure.
where I imagine
why
you
not?
play a warlock.
You know, only one way to find out. We'll see.
You know, and they've always wanted playing a warlock to be a horror thing, even though it never in practice is. So here's their chance to do that.
Another chance.
Then we have an anime-inspired racing game, Screamer, coming in March 26th.
Yeah, this looked fucking neat. Speaking of arcade racers coming back in a big way.
Yeah.
Um.
So I'm happy to see that coming out. We'll see if it's any good. But
Yeah, it's out in March. It's out
another
in
March game. Going for it. All right.
It's just
Sure.
We have another invasion of video games into the space of movies with a Street Fighter movie.
This is my number one highlight of the entire show. This looks
'cause-
stupid. I can't wait.
it looks like this
Exactly
is going
what it
to
needs to
be.
be.
Yes.
This looks like this is going to be a bad film, but a fun time.
It looks
Is
like
there-
they
is there-
got big name celebrities, millions of dollars to make a fan film for Street Fighter, and they look self-aware while also trying to be genuine to what it is.
Which is what they did with all the other Street Fighter movies.
Yeah,
So
the
Not enough.
animated Street Fighter movies are actually well. I mean, without those original Street Fighter movies, we would not be graced with the quote.
All right.
For you, the day Bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday.
Incredible line. But like this
It
seems
is
to be
incredible
going
line.
more true to form than a lot of video game movies would dare, and I think that's great.
There's a fantastic campy stupidity that is in the previous Street Fighter movies. So the idea of fantastic campy stupidity, but with a real good oomph behind it, a lot of budget, a lot of passionate people, sounds great.
Yes. Super stoked.
Only if they make it as campy. That's what I want.
That
It
trailer
needs to be
was-
this campy.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
it was a good first showing. Just keep it up.
Keep it up.
Keep it up.
Next, we have Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight will be released on May 29th, 2026. As is the case with most of the Lego Batman games, it's way too much video game in there.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
for a Lego Batman thing, it just feels like, oh, okay, you're really going for it.
they're going for it,
Yeah.
and you know what? I bet they make a good game.
It's what they do every time with Lego Batman.
Exactly.
It's like way more ambitious than ever makes sense for Lego, which is it's just weird that like Lego Batman is in like a fucking league of its own amongst the Lego games.
It's a good popular combo,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Then we have the first global test for Rust Mobile. Just play Rust on your phone now.
Great.
Okay.
I got nothing to say about Rust at this point.
The Forest 3 came out with an announcement.
Huh.
Yeah.
It was announced.
That's a popular franchise.
That is a
yeah.
franchise my girlfriend is also hella into. So I'll let her know.
Yeah, I get told that these games feel weirdly unfinished, and they just kind of move on to the next one.
I mean, eventually they'll get it finished, right? That's if they keep doing this.
Surely this has to be.
They made the Forest, and then apparently it felt a little unfinished, but they got to an ending, and then they made the Forest 2, and I've heard that exact thing about the Forest 2, and
Wonderful.
now the Forest 3 is happening.
Fine.
Then we have Invincible Versus, going to be on April 30th, 26.
All right.
I Man, I am actually kind of geeked for this game. It's because it's the only one that actually feels like it's fully close to Marvel or DBFC. Like Marvel Tokon kind of feels like its own thing at this point. If anything, it feels close to BlazBlue Cross Tag. But
I
this
heard the Marvel Tokon also got a little blown out by
Avatar.
There's
I-
a conversation
I-
around what's going on
rules.
over there.
Yeah,
but,
we had a conversation about that last week. But this game looks and plays Marvel as hell. My big
Yeah.
concern is, of course, the roster being mostly dudes in colored spandex suits,
hitting people.
like literally the same suit.
Yep.
Oh,
Like
Yep.
it's.
okay.
I
That is what
mean,
most of the cast of Invincible is. The
Yeah.
thing about Invincible is that a lot of people look at it and they go, "Oh, it's a deconstruction of superhero stuff," and then it just isn't. And
yeah.
so when we get into this, it's going to be just a bunch of superheroes fighting, which isn't bad. I like Invincible. It's just
I do too. It's
just the setting is not giving me a huge value proposition.
I see what I want is I want a skin that is depressed Omni-Man. Like that's
Yeah.
what I want. I want to play as Omni-Man, but I don't want his like skin that he has in this, his Viltrumite skin or his regular
You want his stats,
costume. I want him specifically when he's about to kill himself by throwing himself into a black hole, but then he
Yeah.
stops to save that failing spaceship.
He stops
You
to go
know.
fuck a bug. Yeah.
Yeah, that too. He stops to go have sex with Bug Lady.
Hell
But so I don't know. I think that they have really good talent behind that. It's the KI people are the ones making that.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool. I'm excited. So
Next up, we have it was Orbitals, an anime-like co-op space adventure coming to
Yes.
Switch 2.
this looks so fucking cool.
I like looking at
Oh
it.
my god.
Yeah.
Like you want to talk about like these days I'm like a lot of the time I want to wait for a PC version of an indie game like this. Fuck it, don't care. Getting this day one. My god, this looks so fucking cool.
Was this the game that was like, oh, finally someone else is doing maybe trying like a Split Fiction esque or It Takes Two-esque co-op game?
Yes, but with the 90s anime style to it,
Yeah.
like to the line art and everything. Yes.
I'm really looking forward to this.
I will absolutely get this for us to play co-op. I am so geeked for this game. Like, I am a sucker for the 90s style of anime and
Yeah.
art
Yeah.
specifically. Like, I actually think anime in the 90s and 80s looked a lot better than it does now. Those imperfections.
I think we've
More hands
been
drawn.
Yeah, we've been in a certain style for a while. But
Yeah.
90s has a couple different styles that are very interesting, and it's nice to see that.
Just the amount of detail in it is so good.
Sure.
Anyway, so yeah, this game looks awesome.
This next game, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Animo and Pokemon.
Someone
Not
else is
Pokemon.
making a run at
This is-
Pokemon.
And it's making a run at Pal World.
Sure.
This is Pal World is a close Pokemon ripoff. This is a close Pal World ripoff.
Well, how is that?
I mean, it looks interesting. I liked Pal World.
Was there something specific, or are you just here to promote Pal World?
Well, the really interesting thing about this game is that when you get into the combat, you can turn into a fighting game.
Okay.
So you throw the Pokemon out, and then you become the Pokemon,
Oh.
and then you start comboing the Pokemon
What?
as the Pokemon.
Ah.
Oh, I didn't see that. Man.
Yeah, so you catch your guy, and then you get him, and you build him up, and then you go
Okay.
combo a Pokemon, and then you throw a triangle at them, and they get stuck in a cube.
You throw a triangle at them and they get stuck in a cube? What happened
Yeah,
there?
because you throw the cube, and then the cube becomes a triangle, and then it closes back up, and they're in the cube.
Fine, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this. I will check this out.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All
I'm
right,
gonna use the bathroom. Y'all talk about the next game.
Diablo
next
4.
Yeah,
right?
Diablo 4. That's where it was. I was trying to find it. It was in the list.
Diablo 4, new expansion.
Yeah. Diablo 4 was all right. That was my experience at Diablo 4. It was generally just fine. Diablo 2, much better game, turns out. And you can go still play that.
So here's my problem with going back to Diablo 2 is like just the combat doesn't feel as good. It is a slower, more methodical game. And that is fine.
It is.
I am okay with that.
It feels fundamentally different. The combat in Diablo 2 feels like you have to think about what you're doing. You have to actually like worry about any movements. Whereas the modern top-down ARPG is like hop into the pack and obliterate it instantly to hop into the next pack to obliterate it instantly.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, my girlfriend and I figured out so she runs Necro in D4 and I run Barbarian. And we figured out this combo that, with the exception of really, really tough bosses, just melts everything if you play those two together. Like, it is not even like she does this move, it stuns everything around her, and then I just whirlwind it all down.
I ran into no challenge whatsoever in my entire time playing Diablo.
That is my biggest. Oh wait, Diablo 3.
No, Diablo 4.
Oh, okay. I think it's the 3. Sorry. Yeah, I agree. I think that game does not become challenging until you start ratcheting on torments. I think that
the thing is that Diablo 4 has this issue that I have with a lot of modern ARPGs that the challenge is however much you choose it to be. Like you're basically always on an equal level challenge treadmill, because the only content you're going to take on is the hardest content that you can take on for the best equipment you can get. And so you're going to beat the game, get to your challenging content, and then perpetually be at your exact equal challenge level for your entire level of game, like your entire amount of gameplay. Diablo 2 though, that's a fucking hard game. As it turns out.
Yes, it is. I played a lot of Diablo 2. I played a lot of Diablo 2 when I was a young man. And I mean, I don't know. I feel like Diablo in its current form, they could easily solve that by just saying, we open up all the torments right from the start. Just if you want to go up to the highest torments right off the rip. In fact, that's actually something
you just shouldn't, when you are playing, like, your incentive is not to do that though, right? Like, there's no reason to put yourself on like the insanely hardest, like torment 10, because the hardest torments are literally impossible for a low level character, right?
Yes,
like
I agree.
And so you're always just balancing your efficient level of play of difficulty on Diablo 4, and Diablo 3 had the same issue, where the level of difficulty is whichever one is best for you right now for getting loot and progressing your character. And so it's literally just, you're always going to be at this same level of difficulty, and then your character's going to improve and it'll be able to handle the next level of difficulty, and then you're going to be stuck at that level of difficulty until your character improves again.
The thing is, though, is like, you don't need to go all the way up to Torment 10, but you can go up to a Torment that's like, this is probably harder than what we should be doing right now, just because you enjoy it. This is actually something that drives me crazy about the current culture that a lot of people have adopted around MMOs and ARPGs.
Is like kind of sucky though. I don't like self-selective. Like, if you're self-selecting difficulty, why are you selecting the difficulty to be harder unnecessarily?
Because it's more fun.
Yeah, but
that's why
it's just not gonna. You
would rather have the game force you to be beaten, like if you want, like I
I
don't
would rather the game have a curated experience for me that I get unintended effect from, right? When I go from Diablo 2 Nightmare to Hell, that difficulty jump is something they wanted me to experience and they want me to develop the skills to adapt for. Diablo 4 never has unintended level of difficulty to be experiencing, and there is never an intended effect from any given encounter. They are accounting for it being insanely easy and it being insanely hard, and there's no mechanical difference in this. It's just it is the way it is, and you can crank the numbers up or you can crank the numbers down, do whatever you feel like, but the intentionality is gone.
I could definitely see that.
Difficulty selections that are literally just a number up slider and a number down slider.
Okay, I respect that. I entirely respect that. That said, Diablo 4 new expansion coming out in April. These are games my girlfriend and I have really enjoyed playing together. They are a fun co-op game to just chill and have a good time. I actually agree with you that I think they are too easy on the base level, because I think when you start the expansion, the highest you can go is like Torment 1 or 2, and that shit is, if you are experienced at all in these kind of games, that is beyond easy. And
the thing for me about torments is that they're a loot modifier primarily, right? So if a torment makes the game so much harder that you're playing through a piece of content slower, the actual like correct move for your character progress, which is kind of the main thing you're doing, you're getting loot. Like, it's a looter. Yeah, that's what Diablo is. So if you're on Torment 7 and it's making your run slower, you should go down to Torment 6. And the thing you should be on is whatever is making you the most progress gear wise at the moment, not like a difficulty that's like hard or not hard.
Now this also goes back to the thing of, I feel like this can be determined on what you as a person find fun, because I am willing to play a harder experience where I am going to get more loot, or loot slower, that is technically worse, is provided that like the experience is more enjoyable. Because like
I'm pretty efficiency poisoned on this. You
have the efficiency brain rot. I get it.
I could be playing on Torment 7 right now and it'd be harder, but my character's kill speed is this speed on Torment 6. And I'm getting more loot on 6 than I am on 7.
But it's worse loot.
Continue on 6. It's worse loot. It's worse loot, but the rolls that I'm getting them at a higher rate.
Way more often. Yes.
I'm getting better loot on net. In 1 hour, I'm getting better loot on Torment 6 than I am on Torment 7, so I'm going to stay on Torment 6, even if it's so easy that it's fucking boring.
And that's the thing, though, is like, I'm not willing to make that sacrifice of my enjoyment for slightly, or even better in general, loot priority. Is like that. That's the thing. It's why, like, early in the WoW season, I'll hop into mythics that I'm probably not ready for and grind them out because that's more fun to me. Like that.
I feel when I do that, I get unsatisfied by the challenge in some way. I sort of go like, I don't know why I'm making this hard for myself for no reason. Is basically what I feel. Like the satisfaction of overcoming the challenge doesn't feel real to me when I'm the one inventing the challenge.
And see, shit like this is why we just can't have difficulty settings in video games. You're right. Everyone, everyone is fucking just like efficiency poisoned forever. You see it especially in the ARPG and MMO communities, is just like, and it's crazy to me because like I feel like I loot pretty efficiently in games, but I'm not willing to make playing the game a miserable experience in order to do it. Like the fucking people doing like some of the shit I hear in like every one of these games, it's like, I stood in this one spot and grinded this for 1 million hours. I'm like, that sounds fucking miserable. Yep, I already know.
I've been playing Diablo 2. I have been grinding Mephisto runs for 3 days. I got to Mephisto, and then I stopped at him, and I've just been killing Mephisto over and over again for 3 days on hell.
See, I am more understanding of that than I am like the playing at a lower difficulty, not because you enjoy it more, but because getting loot is more efficient.
Right.
But anyway, I enjoy these games to play with my girlfriend. We are probably going to do another weekend like we did with D4 and Vessel of Hatred, where we played through.
I like Diablo 4.
Yeah, I had a good time. And then also pre-ordering it got me a chess set in WoW for my house. So there you go. Anyway, that's coming out end of April. Moving forward, we got Marvel Rivals Season 6, January 16th, and Deadpool is coming to the game.
Yeah.
Hey.
I saw that they have that that banner that has, I think it's Invisigal's, like Invisigal, God, fucking Invisigal. It has her whole ass out, and everyone was freaking out about that they added for the new season. You can't see it in the game, but when the art is cropped out, it's just like, oh, okay, full on with the goon slop, I guess.
Dude, they added Loeb to the game this past Thursday, and I'm excited to play her. She seems fun to play. She is rated as one of the harder characters to play, which makes sense for Rogue. And they added her Savage Rogue skin to the game, which is her basically in a loincloth, and it's just like, yep, that is Savage Rogue. I have read the comics, and that is exactly what Savage Rogue looks like. And on the one hand, you know, I'm fine. I'm fine with this. Like, I think it is a good marketing tool for the game. It's funny, if anything. But like, goddamn, guys, calm down.
No. The logical question is, what's the revealing Gambit outfit? That's what I want to know.
He doesn't have one yet.
They need to make a new one.
He has cool skins. They have Thor. They have swimsuit Thor though.
That's nice.
You can get your banana hammock Thor.
I'm gonna search swimsuit Gambit and hope this takes me somewhere deep.
And then you're also gonna have banana hammock the Thing. Yeah, so
that's pretty good. Yeah.
Anyway,
we need to make a new one for him.
Deadpool coming to the game finally.
Deadpool.
The trailer they did is cool.
7 Deadly Sins Origin showed off co-op raid battles.
Neat.
I like the first season of that anime, sort of.
I don't like 7 Deadly Sins anymore.
There's a lot of people who apparently like 7 Deadly Sins.
I used to like it.
It turned into a weird slideshow. It got really poorly animated. Maybe the game is good. I don't know basically anything about this video game.
Okay.
Yeah. Seems like a co-op beat 'em up, probably a gacha game. All right, moving forward.
Hogwarts Legacy is free on Epic Games until December 18th.
So here's what I say to that is, I think that's cool. Except that game was on sale on Steam for $8, and I'm like, I'm willing to pay $8 to never ever boot up Epic Game Store. Like that's where I'm at in my life. I don't. Tim Sweeney can fuck himself, him and his pro AI self. Quite frankly.
Yeah.
You know, like he can fuck right off. You know, and I think he vastly overestimates the value of this store and how good it is. I'm going to be real. I wouldn't even have it installed on my computer if they weren't holding Alan Wake hostage.
That's how they do it. They find one for you, and Harry Potter is one hell of a token to have people keep their Epic Game Store on the computer.
Now, if they made a Hogwarts Legacy Epic Game Store exclusive,
yeah,
that would be. This is just, dude. I'm willing to pay $8 just not to use your store.
Right.
Just like how they got the exclusive rights to Kingdom Hearts on PC for like a year, and I'm like, oh, it's a shame that Kingdom Hearts is never going to come to PC. even after it did, just on Epic Game Store. And then it came to Steam, and I was like, oh, great, I can buy these on my computer now.
It came out on PC?
So, Lords of the Fallen version 2.5 coming. Phasmophobia is coming.
Still doing Lords of the Fallen stuff.
The Game Awards, because of all the live service promotion, is a really good time to realize what games still are running and not.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Phasmophobia on Switch 2.
Great.
Sure.
Switch 2 needs a lot of more games to come on, and it is great. Total War game. The next one is Total Warhammer 40K. Yeah, okay.
I'm really excited for this.
Super stoked.
Guys, Total War Warhammer 3 is really fucking good. It's a really good game. I enjoy it a lot. I put a surprising amount of time into it. And the main thing I thought most of the time was I wish this was Warhammer 40K instead of fantasy.
Hell yeah.
Like, it would just be way cooler if this was just 40K and not fantasy. Even a lot of the characters are going to be the same. Like, the Chaos Gods are still the Chaos Gods in both of these. So, it's it feels like it's about time is my reaction to this.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Sure.
I will warn anyone interested in getting into any of the Total War Warhammer games that their DLC system is insane, and their mega map game mode that that incorporates all the DLCs is psychotically expensive if you want a complete version of it. On account of that, I think literally $2,000 sort of expensive at certain times.
Yeah, not doing that.
Because they add an entire campaign for every faction that they add to these games.
That's cool.
But not only that, you also need to they when they release a DLC, they keep the faction in for every game, which means that if you want to play that faction in Total War Warhammer 3, you need to go purchase Total War Warhammer 1 and buy Total War Warhammer 1's DLC for that faction.
Okay.
So to play the full complete version of the all factions worldwide battle, specifically you can play against these factions no matter what, but to play the full version you need to purchase all 3 games and all DLCs for all 3 games if you want access to playing as all the factions.
Yeah.
You just made me really not want to play this game now.
Yeah.
Okay,
what
thanks.
you do is you find the faction you like and then you buy that. But it's a really shitty system. It's like actually one of the worst DLC systems I've ever seen, because how do you know which faction you like? You don't get to try it unless you spend $15 on the faction.
Right.
And there's like 80 of them.
Yeah. Pick your favorites. You're going to pick your favorites whether you want to or not.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Sucks so hard.
But Total War Warhammer 40K, on the bright side, will be starting on a clean slate from that. So it won't deal with the insane Psycho Legacy shit that Total War Warhammer 3 is dealing with.
For now.
And it'll just be a game that you buy. And it'll probably launch with some DLC, I bet. Next up, we have Ace Combat 8, Wings of Thieve. I want to say thieve, but it's not spelled like thieving. So,
all right, yeah. I think the last Ace Combats were really good. I'm looking forward to seeing a new one. The last one I played, I think, was 6. I want to say that's it. So,
we have a stop motion co-op game called Out of Worlds coming in 2026.
Of course, because we need to make that more confusing. Out of Wilds, Out of Worlds, Out of Worlds.
We need a third.
We need. Yeah, sure.
Phantom Blade 0 will be released on September 9th, 2026.
Great, that game looks awesome. I am still waiting for my details on Tides of Annihilation, but this is the other game from last year's big showing of action games that looked really fucking cool.
And finally, our last story of the Game Awards. High Guard is coming from Wildlight Entertainment on January 26th.
People were so
free-to-play PvP raid shooter.
People were so pissed about this. My God. This was what ended the Game Awards. This is what happened at the very end. And it is a new PvP raid shooter by the people who did Titanfall and Apex. And, you know, judging by the gameplay, it looks like kind of a cool hero shooter. Like, it's definitely a lot more... it seems more... kind of like an arena shooter, like Unreal, were mixed with one of these hero shooters. So it seems... I don't know. I guess it just seems like it feels different than what you get out of an Overwatch or a Rivals. And because of that, like, I think it looks really cool, but a lot of people were really mad that it was not Half-Life or something bigger.
How would you define it as looking different from an Overwatch?
I think that, and it might just be... I haven't played, you know, like, I think visually it obviously looks different art style wise. I think the movement looks different in general. Like, I think this movement reminds me more of a more traditional shooter overall.
Sure.
There is a horse. That is a big difference. I don't know. I also think that people really like there's so many hero shooters. Like, dude, there's two. There's two. Three if
my
you include
impression
Paladins.
of this game was that as a VTuber I occasionally watch, as you all know, I'm that variety of degenerate. And she's a big Marvel Rival players, big FPS person. You know, professional in those things, and she huge fan of Apex and of Titanfall, and she you know, she hears from the developers of Titanfall, gets really, really hype, gets big and ready, and then you could see the life drain from her eyes. As trailer for High Guard plays. Just the glaze over complete disinterest in what they've got going on.
I watched that trailer and I thought about it and I was looking at people discussing it, and it's like, the only reason I am interested is because it's from people who worked on Titanfall. That's how it's advertised.
Yeah.
But the aesthetic is not appealing to me. The character design is not appealing to me. Like, as far as combining guns and fantasy, like, Destiny's already destroying that, and that's like got sci-fi in it too.
Well, the problem with Destiny is the bad game now, so, you know.
I mean, I played so much of it at this point, I have no reason to play anymore.
Don't you know that Destiny is Star Wars now?
Yeah, well.
So they're just combining bad and bad.
They have the Star Wars DLC that is their current expansion that everybody is playing, and you can have a lightsaber. You can have a straight, not like this is just
a beam katana.
It's not a quote beam katana. It's a lightsaber. So, and like, the dungeon boss is a guy with lightning hands. It's just Star Wars. They're called the Imperials. Like,
I mean, my response to that is, oh, cool. They're combining something that used to be cool with something that used to be cool, both of which are bad now.
Yep, exactly.
All right, great.
I have some friends that are obviously actively playing it that I have watched playing it, and I'm like, wow, it's literally Star Wars. They're not even a little bit. It's an official collaboration. Like, it's just so bafflingly insane that they decided, no, it's not just going to be a cosmetics thing. It's part of the story now that it's Star Wars.
The part of it that pisses me off is they already charged you $40 for an expansion this year, and they have the balls to come in and charge you $40 for this. Again.
To be fair, this is how they have worked for like the past 4 years.
No, you bought this is an additional $40.
Yeah,
Like, where's
and all of the dungeon expansions, which this is one of, work that way. It's the new season.
Oh yeah, okay. So this is the new season. Aren't those only like normally like $20 though? Hold on, I'm gonna go to the Destiny page on Steam.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, okay. So you can get the Year of Prophecy edition, which is, that's what includes like the dungeon and everything. Which that's $80. And then if you want the Dark Side Legends bundle, the new exotic sniper rifle, the Sparrow, and then a catalyst, you pay for this, which I'm guessing that's the
I think
$100
they're treating
edition.
this the same as their Bungie Day event, which is like an extra season thing on top of the season.
That typically costs
an exclusive dungeon.
Yeah, and that's they're charging like what they did for the 30th anniversary thing. I forget how much they charged for that shit.
Yes,
I want to say
the Halo thing.
Yeah,
and it comes
$25.
with the same amount of content, which is a new dungeon, some exclusive exotics, and some missions.
God, fuck this game. God, I fucking fuck you, Bungie. You used to be fucking so awesome. Like, god damn it. I just
Man doesn't play fucking right though.
And yeah, like that's the thing though, is like there are other shooters that feel good though. Like I can still go play like Titanfall 2. There are people playing that still.
Yeah.
I can still go.
I don't know. I honestly don't think that there's really an alternative on the market for Destiny, because like I know it's just I don't feel like there's a shooter that feels good that does the shit that Destiny is doing with like the magic and
let me tell you about this game called Warframe. That
I guess Warframe doesn't exist. No, you know, I don't think Warframe's comparable really. That is a beast of its own. I don't think there's any video game that exists that's like Warframe, except maybe Soulframe.
Man, let me tell you, the amount of people I know who have moved from Destiny to Warframe that have tried to co-opt me into Warframe.
Oh yeah, it's a whole thing where the Destiny people move to Warframe, the Warframe people move to Destiny, and they kind of trade back and forth all the time.
Yeah, and I'm almost willing to give up on you, Bungie. I'm pretty done with you shit.
Oh, I've been.
So
I'm a beaten dog, and Destiny is an illness that will be in me forever.
I love the raids. I think the raids are cool. I think the dungeons are awesome. That 20th or 30th anniversary dungeon they did, loved it. Loved the last two dungeons I did. When we did,
is really sick.
Yeah, when we did the raid with you guys, like that was fucking awesome. Like I love doing the raid with you and David and everyone. Like that shit was hype.
Yeah.
But
this was my first time in Vault of Glass. I was hooked forever. It was too peak and formative of an experience.
It is the best MMO rating. I want to be very clear. Like it is the problem is the amount of bullshit that I have to put up with to enjoy those raids is the worst of almost any MMO I have played besides Lost Ark.
You have so much grinding through bullshit and shitty menus full of insane microtransactions and buying tons of DLCs.
Look, I would love if Destiny, and I know the Destiny community hard is going to disagree with this and fucking fight me tooth and nail. If they would switch to a sub model, like basically just copy what Final Fantasy and World of Warcraft do, which you're paying $15 a month. You pay $40 for an expansion every 2 years, and then you get everything, or like 95% of everything. Here you go, great. That would be, and then we design our content about every 4 to 5 months. You get a big drop with a bunch of shit in it. And supposedly there was a leak that there were. Sorry, go ahead.
Instead, it's just makes so much more money for you to play for like dozens of hours and then get to some end game content and find out that the Shadowkeep DLC actually has one really good weapon that would be very helpful to the thing that you're doing, and then you have to go purchase that DLC and play through a bunch of it to get that gun that is the only thing you want from that entire DLC.
And like that's where it started to fall apart. Where like I was, me and Anthony were getting into it. I was trying to get Anthony that Hawk Moon build set up, or the Celestial Nighthawk build. Sorry, and like he just needed the helmet itself, and we were looking up what he would have to do to do it, and he just was not willing to put up that fucking grind. And I think what
shit like, oh, Izanagi's Burden is like 100% meta on this thing, or oh, Anarchy is like the best gun to use on this thing, and it's both of those are DLC exclusive guns that come with content that isn't even very good. Like it's not content you actually really want to go back to play. They don't come with a raid. They don't come with a fucking raid for you to do. And so you just have to purchase this DLC just to have this gun exist in your game so you can get it. Because Izanagi's Burden is really fucking good, and Anarchy is really fucking good.
I think I actually have an Izanagi's Burden, thank fucking Christ.
Yeah, you need the catalyst for it to matter.
Yeah, well, farm that. Let's see. Because, like, how much... because like let's assume most Destiny players pay $100, because you would make more off of this subscription plan anyway. So it's like, what the fuck are we doing? Because you're making more money yearly.
Well, so they're releasing about a $20 DLC every like 3 to 4 months. Right, because that's the season. Like every season is like a $20 DLC,
or you pay $100 for the year.
They pay $100 for the year. So that's almost a subscription, right?
Like it basically is. It basically is. It's a lower.
The issue that they would have with doing an actual subscription is that it goes, okay, now you pay your sub and you get access to everything, means that you're not going to go back. Doesn't, because by the time that you find out you need Anarchy, you're gonna go get it. You've played long enough. Like,
see, the thing is though, is like I think most people don't. I think they're like, fuck this. Like that's the wall that Anthony hit. That's the wall that I hit. Like I found out that in order to get my ideal build, I had to go do a bunch of extra shit in Lightfall, and I was like, I'm good.
I think it's enough people that do go and do it that it's been decided for them that it's net profitable to use this model.
See, you have a lot more faith in these big companies than I do. And
I do think Bungie makes really bad decisions. I think that this is, and mind you, it's something that's hard for them to test out, but I think that they are worried about changes to their revenue model, and so they're not going to experiment on something like that and test, does the subscription do better for us? Because maybe it does, right? Maybe the ease of getting into the game is enough that a subscription is worth it. Now, I do think that their ability to remove content from the game would be also diminished with a subscription.
Yeah, you would have to do it. You would have to do what Final Fantasy and WoW do and said, this is forever. This is part of our game forever.
Yeah, it's just it got revealed in a lawsuit that they're in recently that the various things that they quote unquote sunset and that they plan to reintroduce at later dates, they actually don't exist anymore. They're just gone. Red War, the initial version of Destiny 2 that came out, doesn't exist, and it will never come back. There is no version of reality where Red War is reintroduced to the game. None of the sunset content is ever coming back. And that, it's not what they said. They said the exact fucking opposite. And that probably would have pissed people off. I mean, I don't know if it would have pissed people off more, actually, when I think about it, because it was so egregious this time.
I think that this fucking studio is just a fucking joke. I think that it is just God. And we need to get back on track. Where were we?
You're right.
We're talking about Highguard.
We were talking about Highguard, which was our last story. So we actually finished all the stories. So we're into what are we playing?
Okay, so let's get into that. I have that ordered here. Okay, yeah, I went on a little bit of a journey this week with Yote. Ghost of Yote, and I've kind of hit a point in Ghost of Yote where I'm like, I'm kind of getting bored. I've been less bored in this last zone because the game is kind of broken into the grasslands, Teshio Ridge, it's this range run by the Oni, and then the last zone. And I did Teshio Ridge third out of the 4 zones, and I was really starting to get fucking bored and tired of it. And I'm like, maybe I'm just tired of this style of open world game, because I did not feel this way about Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom or Cyberpunk. Maybe this game, maybe this just trends more too much towards that Ubisoft model that I dislike. And I like during Ghost of Tsushima, I was a little more willing to forgive it because it was such a fresh take on this kind of game, because it's the first one doing that kind of setting. So I was like, I need a comparison point here. I need a modern comparison point.
Okay.
And Assassin's Creed Shadows at Best Buy was $30.
Gotcha.
So I went out and I purchased this lovely game. And I installed it on Friday night, and I've yet to get a chance. Okay. I'm trying to get on the camera correctly.
It's difficult.
Whatever. It's Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Got it.
All right. Anyway, and I have yet to play it, mind you, but it had probably the worst first impression I have ever seen of a fucking video game screen. Because Ghost, you guys, Aaron, you know this, Duncan, I don't know how much experience you have with the PS5. But when you install a game, or you're just sitting on a game's page on your UI, it'll typically have a background, and it'll sometimes play music from that game, and it'll have like little activity cards that say what are you doing last. And it's a nice little thing. And live service games will promote their new stuff there as well. It'll change versus like a game like Ghost of Yote will just have this nice shot of the grasslands. And so I go to install Assassin's Creed Shadows pretty late on Friday. And while it's installing, I look at that page that, it's kind of the splash page for it. And I'm expecting something like Ghost of Yote, like this serene field with, some old timey samurai music. No, dog, it is a collaboration with Assassin's Creed Shadows and Attack on Titan. That is your first thing that you see of that fucking game.
That's insane.
I was just like, you're fucking kidding me. I haven't even booted up the game. And this is primarily a single-player game. This is not a live service game. This is a game that you are meant to play by yourself and enjoy the narrative and the world and get engrossed in the Japan Assassin's Creed thing. And I was just disgusted by this. I messaged Anthony to read later. Let's see. Fuck this. This is the exact definition of video games as product and not as a game or art. Fuck every part of this. Was my initial thought. And then I load up the game itself. I just wanted to fuck around the menus, set up my settings, and then go to bed and play it probably today. And I go in, I set up my settings, because that's the first thing they have you do before anything. They have you boot into accessibility settings and the graphic settings. I tweak all that shit, and then it loads me into the menu. But it does not load you into the menu for that specific game. What it does is it loads you into an Assassin's Creed launcher, where you can launch into any Assassin's Creed game.
Oh?
And I was just like, why did you do this? Like, I'm on my console. I clearly clicked on Assassin's Creed Shadows and want to play Shadows. That is the point of this. So out of curiosity, I decided to click, maybe they're maybe they read the Assassin's Creed games I've played in the past, or maybe the ones that I have on my PSN account. So I click on one of the ones I own, but I own the disc, and they just prompt me to buy it digitally. And then it's just a way to advertise to you. Yo, dog, do you want to buy other Assassin's Creed? And then you load it. Then you click on whatever game you want to play, and if you have it installed, it'll load into the game. And I'm just like, I'm gonna report back when I play some of it. But like, fuck this. Fuck every part of this. This is
intrusive and bad.
Look, if you want a like, you know. This is why I think Ubisoft is far and away the worst of the AAA publishers. Exactly this. Like, as much as I can like give EA a lot of shit, and I do, EA, at least when I buy a fucking video game, it doesn't advertise to me the other games in the series and all this other bullshit. It's like, my Battlefield 6 splash screen is advertising Battlefield 6 and the current season of Battlefield 6, but that's a live service game. Fine. I click on it and I'm loaded into Battlefield 6. And then in the case of Split Fiction, it doesn't advertise anything to me at all besides here's the splash screen for Split Fiction. Fuck, God damn it.
What happens when your marketing team has way too much control.
Yes, it is. And like, it has made me look at the negative parts of Yote in a way kinder light now. Jesus fucking Christ. Teshio Ridge, like Ghost of Yote is a fucking masterpiece in comparison on the way it handles itself. It doesn't even make you boot into a menu. When you boot into the game, the story just starts. And you select a difficulty, and it goes. And then every time you boot into the game, it doesn't boot into a menu. You click start game, and it takes you to right where you left off. No menu, no shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna play it though. Once I finish up Yote, I'm right at the end of Yote. I have about 4 missions left.
Sure.
I think it is a pretty standard open world game with some really cool shit in it. And it's gorgeous. It is some real great artistry to it. I will say that I did find a way to cheese almost every single combat encounter. You get a pair of weapons called dual katanas. It's a katana in each hand. And if you use that with your spirit ability for it, you will duck under a dude, slash them twice, and if you press it again immediately after, you'll cut off their hands.
Oh, Lord.
And this pretty much will go through anything except for bosses, which are longer, and then bigger enemies. But even bigger enemies, if you do it twice, it'll do the same thing. So and it's just insanely overpowered. So my Onryo, or Ghost, is going around and basically cutting off the hands of everyone she fights. So now the Ghost of Yote, the Onryo, is known for being this badass mercenary trying to take down the Yote 6, and she'll also cut off your fucking hands. There you go.
Nope. Don't like that.
Yep. It's
good.
I guess
I gotta
do
play both of those games.
They're awesome. They're fucking great games. You can actually play the first one. It's on PC now. They'll probably have it on during the winter sale. That's a great game. I put 73 hours in that game. I think that's another reason why Yote hasn't been hitting me as hard, is it's very similar to that first game, and it's pretty much that first game except bigger and with more like combat options and prettier. It's like it is the most direct possible sequel you could imagine, and that's probably why it's not as impactful either. Anyway, so yeah, that's that. But hey, Duncan.
Yes.
We keep a thing on the server that is what you have been playing, and we kind of report in what we've been playing through the week. You played Diablo 2 R Resurrected. How did you start playing Diablo 2 R? That's what I want to know first.
So I randomly got recommended a YouTube video where a guy was talking about the dynamics of the online trading market for Diablo 2 Resurrected. And then I went, man, Diablo 2 is a good game. I should play Diablo 2. That's literally it. I just saw a video and it put it in my head, and so I decided to revisit it. And I have had an incredible time. It turns out Diablo 2 is a great game, and Diablo 2 Resurrected is like a perfect remake. Like they just remade it's got that stuff going on where you could, it's like so accurate you could turn on a classic mode, and then it has the old graphics. It has
100%. I
the same
played it.
bugs the game used to have. It's like 1-to-1. So
100%. Anyway, continue. I also say, it's. I played a ton of it when it first came out. Jesus. Anyway, go ahead.
We started talking every time to tell the other person they can talk.
I'm telling you, Giant Bomb started going downhill when COVID happened, and this is why.
Well,
so Diablo 2 Resurrected, on top of already being a remake of a classically fantastic game, actually had active development on it for about 2 years. And still has active development on it specifically for China, because as it turns out, Diablo 2 Resurrected is a massively popular in China and still has an incredibly active community in China. Not very much over here. So they've done things like add new rune words, add new sets. They've added more gear and things to the game to make different builds more viable. I think most infamously, they added a rune word called Mosaic that turned the martial arts category for assassin into the strongest thing the game has ever seen by far, because martial arts is centered around building up finishing moves. So you get charges of these finishing moves that like swirl around you. And Mosaic gives you a 50% chance of not expending it. So if you just have Mosaic on 2 weapons, then you have a 100% chance of not expending it. And so you can just do maxed out full charge super moves for every attack now. And your character is insane, and it's like filling the entire screen. It's like computer crashing levels of ridiculous bullshit coming out of that build. I've been going through and revisiting it, and it's just still a great game.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, sick. I bought that thing on sale a couple of years back, and yeah, I was surprised. I threw about another 50 hours in D2, and I was like, I need to stop this, because that was a game when I was young, like really young. I played it, I think it was like 12, and I burned through a couple mice. I was playing it so much.
I am deeply attached to Diablo 2, largely on account of the fact that it's one of the earliest games I ever played, because my dad, as I mentioned before, he plays 2 games. He plays Halo and he plays Diablo. And the Diablo that he played was Diablo 2, right? I was, of course, so young when he was playing Diablo 2, I literally couldn't play it. And so I grew up with Diablo 2 being a present memory literally from day one that I could make memories. I of course played a ton of it as a consequence. And then Diablo 3 came out, and I played a crazy amount of that with my dad and brother. I think I played more Diablo 3 while also agreeing from the beginning that it's a worse game than Diablo 2. And then, coming back to it, I'm definitely reliving a lot of that nostalgia. And it's the sort of thing that I thought would be mostly held up by its nostalgia, but realistically, it's not. It's a very well thought out, well made game. And there's also not comparative games really available on the market to Diablo 1 and 2. They have this really unique kind of experience that nobody revisited on the same scale. After they switched to the style of Diablo 3, most ARPGs were a bit more similar to Diablo 3 than they were to 1 or 2. And there's a lot of good reasons for that. You feel a lot more powerful in those games. So revisiting the very difficult, very I don't know, you're weak. You're very weak in Diablo 2, and similarly you are in Diablo 1. So I've been doing that, and it's a good time.
Oh yeah, that's great to hear.
Sick. Yeah. All right. Well, Yeah, you have to keep us updated.
I'm level 81. I'm in hell
Alright.
difficulty. I got to Mephisto and I stopped playing, as I mentioned a minute ago. And you know, I have the Oculus, which is the best weapon for a sorceress, and I'm just completing my my best gear stuff. I got my Shaco, I got my Skin of the Viper Magi.
All
It's
right.
going good.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Speaking of Blizzard Entertainment, World of Warcraft. Aaron, you put real fucking time in World of Warcraft.
I did not put that much time in. They take you up to 80 real fast.
Fair. It feels like it's more than I've seen you play since like Cataclysm.
I mean, it was. I was the big thing. The big thing that happened was I got to level 80. Then I went to go find the Reshi Wraps because I knew I needed to do that. During that time, I was trying my hardest to care about the story, and I can't do it.
Yeah,
It's just not there.
They have a lot of characters. There's a lot of lore building to the point that trying to introduce a new person to care about World of Warcraft and where it's at is a fucking impossible task.
Realistically, you have to go out of the game and watch like dozens of lore videos
or read a book
to be able to be there.
Yeah, like my best advice to people are like, this world seems awesome and I'm enjoying playing it, but I want this story. Like, I just don't know where to begin. And I'm just like, I think the recap stuff is a smart place. It at least gives you the rundown of like, okay, the important stuff. And then, you know, other than the recap, I would say the Warcraft Chronicle books or novel.
Right.
But like even that is, you know, it's one of those things where it's hit the point of like Warhammer and fucking like any law, like if any, or like Star Wars, even like Star Wars is a case. Like if you want to know everything in Star Wars, it's like there's just too much. It's hit that point of this is a 30-year-old franchise that has been getting lore for 20 years straight, basically every year. And
what's weird to me is that, like, from what I've played, and I know you will try to volunteer the information to me, but the point is, from what I've played, I have no idea what the main through line of World of Warcraft is. I have no root into any of it, and I've given up.
I weirdly do know.
Okay, I want your interpretation of what the through line is.
So my interpretation is that the world is a Titan, and the Titans are big, scary guys, but some of them are cool guys. But then one of them became a bad guy, and he wants to make he wants bad guy Titans to be his friends. So he is making our world a bad guy Titan, and our world's gonna get destroyed because the Titan's gonna come out, or maybe he did.
Okay, it's not entirely wrong. It's like half wrong, but okay.
Right. And the conflict in general is dealing with the fact that the forces of the bad are trying to gain control of Azeroth because the Titan Azeroth would be a big deal.
Okay, that's also like, you know, not a horrible fucking overview either. That's actually like not bad. That's actually pretty solid. I'll give you a B. I'll give you a B.
All right.
Solid B. Sorry, Aaron, go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't care. I don't care now. I'm free of those weights. I am a simp for Xalatath. How many people she killed? I don't care.
You and the whole community.
Yeah.
You and the whole community. She's
Oh, she's the bad guy. Oh, that's a shame. Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna probably kill her in the next expansion, but that's all right.
Whatever. You can just make more. Yeah, because I don't care. Just make new characters. Fine. whatever.
Yeah,
so,
no.
So I gave up on that,
Um,
and so I'm like, all right, let's just gameplay. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to hang with friends playing video games, and I know
right.
a number of people who like to play World of Warcraft together. It's a fun thing to work towards, and I have a group to play Final Fantasy with. I'll probably switch in between the two, and that's what it's going to be.
Mhm.
Those
yeah,
games will come in waves.
So did you notice all the foot stuff with Zalatath? Like every cutscene she's in, it shows. Yeah, so now you understand that house I sent you.
Yes.
There,
yes.
yeah. Okay, there you go.
The shrine
Someone
of
made.
sorts.
Someone. Duncan, I'll send it to you. I'll send some in the chat. So you can look at it. But basically, every cutscene she's in, it shows her feet, and she is barefoot.
Yep.
And the community has taken to this, and yeah. So I like Warcraft Story, but I've been in it since like I started technically with Warcraft 3, but I went back and I played the old shit, and I've, I have lore master in every expansion except like 2. So I have seen it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's. I think that the problem is with a franchise like that is I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you fucking do it.
Well, and it's
Like,
clear that like the priority is just the gameplay, which is a perfectly fine priority to have. It was something hard coded into me of like I should kind of be caring, and something happened with Zenless Zone Zero where I was like enjoying the gameplay, but it's kind of it has a level of complexity that is so tiny, like in comparison. Like this changes 26.2%, and this changes 27.3%. Like I don't care when you get down to that level, and then the whole system entirely just feels like a grind fest. And then on top of all of that, they just make a story that they're just expanding a roster. And like I don't care. I've lost the thread. I don't care anymore. And the rest of the game had to stand on what it had, and it didn't work. So World of Warcraft, I know people like this gameplay. People enjoy it. I'm going to be relying very much mostly on being with friends and chatting with friends, because MMO gameplay does not alone hook me at all in any way. So my concern is I got to the lady, I got the Reshiwraps. I don't know what to do after that. So I'm relying on your help to try and figure out what do I need to get. And so then I can start running endgame stuff with you guys, so I can start working towards cosmetic items that I really want. Even though the stuff that I was gifted with this expansion, I really like that stuff, so I may just keep that. But yeah.
I don't know what your item level is right now.
I don't know.
It's probably like 640 something.
I think it's less than that.
Okay, well, what we can do is you're a demon hunter, so that's leather. Yeah, we can get you some crafted gear to start. I'll throw up the money for the mats for that. And then we'll go ahead and get you fucking into heroics, and heroics will take you into mythics, and you grind a combination of mythics and raid and delves to get armor to look cool, and now house decor. And then if you really want to go browse through transmog guides and shit, you can go find out where cool looking shit is in older expansions.
Right. Yeah. So my game plan right now is, well, first of all, beyond like getting geared up and everything, at what point during that track that you just listed do I need to care about my rotation? Because I've been one buttoning. They have that one button option. I've just been doing that through all these story missions.
I'd say midway up the mythic tree.
Wow, even like lower mythic, I can just rely on the one button and be fine.
As long as you're doing mechanics.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Wow.
I would say work in some defensives with the one button.
I mean, I have my interrupt. I'm always,
Yeah. I'm going to be real. And this was shown. The one button rotation is better than like 50% of players.
That's hilarious.
How is that even possible?
A lot of people are dog shit that play this game. It's something that I like need to let everyone I know who comes to this game is like, I'm so bad. It's so complicated. I'm like, no, you I assure you, you are probably better than my average +2 player.
I'm just thinking that means to me that if you one button and just don't fuck up mechanics, which is not hard if you're not doing your fucking if you're not doing your rotation, mechanics should be like dog shit easy.
Yeah.
And you know, that makes you significantly better than a huge portion of the players.
Yes, like I would weave in, make sure you add defensives to your thing, like whatever makes it so you reduce damage during big damage parts, or if something like that happens.
So you have to know when the big damage parts are coming.
Yeah, like, but otherwise, like, yes, mechanics are always more important. You will typically get, unless like everyone in your group is fucking dog shit and you're just not meeting enrage timers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dog, like 100%. Like, you are, like, if you do mechanics and you do not stand it bad and know how to use defensives, the one button rotation will probably carry you to mid-level mythics and get you through the raid on normal.
That's nuts. Okay.
You know, like, yeah, I'm not like, and honestly, that might be a great way to learn, because that way you can get to learn the fight and know the fight and know everything. Yeah, once you get into heroic and like +6, +7, +8, yeah, you're probably going to need to learn the real deal. But also, and granted, I'm years away from knowing Demon Hunter like in a real fashion, but I fucked around with Demon Hunter and Dragonflight, and that rotation didn't seem particularly super hard.
It does the fighting game thing where it has the one button, but it's like it extends the refresh timer. I'm forgetting the actual term, but
the GCD. Yeah, it's GCD.
It makes it longer, and
yeah,
it nerfs it a bit, nerfs your abilities if you rely on that. In combat, I eventually got to a point where I would like set everything to cooldown. It's like I have no buttons to press as far as what tends to show up in the one button rotation. So then I've been using the one button rotation, like the symbol of the move, and then actually hitting the buttons. So I'm already gotten to that one step.
Yes, that means you're gonna be doing more damage. That nerfs you less,
right,
as well. So you're kind of doing the progression track that they intend for new players.
It sounds like and that's great. But I'm eventually gonna have to just like look at, all right, what am I supposed to be doing in what order in regards to certain moves? Because some moves are buffed by some moves preceding before it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I just need to figure that out. But I can mess around with that coming up here in a little bit. But right now it's just I need to get the proper gear, level wise, and just play with friends. That's the whole point.
Yeah, I might be able to do some more tomorrow. It'll be light, but
it doesn't need to be. I've got a packed week this week, so.
Yeah, that's me next week. Next week I'm in San Francisco, and then I'm back for Christmas. But I'm making pasta sauce, so it's
all right.
That's an all day process, dog.
Okay.
It's
funny. It's very funny. It's like turf toe. It's a funny name for something that sucks.
Yeah. So it's it is what it is. All right.
But that's what's going on with me in World of Warcraft.
I'm glad you have fun. Yeah. For me,
when I played World of Warcraft during it was
Warlords.
Draenor, the way that I kept up with the story is that I went to bed basically every day to lore videos about World of Warcraft.
That's a good way to do it. Yeah,
that's not a bad idea.
There are a number of people who make the videos specifically with that in mind.
I also didn't efficiently level. I went through every zone in intended order of release, and played the content like in the order you were supposed to originally play it if you were playing expansion by expansion. Which made it take a lot longer to hit level 100 at the time.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
Fine.
All right. I continue to play it. I'm currently getting my mage and trying to get shit for housing, and I really need over the Christmas holiday, we take off from content and a bunch of other shit for a week during the holiday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go and drill real hard and try and get my hunter through Legion Remix so I can get the cosmetics. Okay. Yeah.
Sweet.
And the fucking decor item. Oh god,
Yep.
Blizzard's the devil for this housing shit.
Yeah.
Just I'm gonna play so much old fucking content.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, last two games, Kirby Air Riders. I got about halfway through the run of like a story mode run. They're single player.
I got all the way through a story mode one in single player.
Okay, I need to ask you a question. Is this like the most ADHD ass video game ever made?
It's a little. I don't get that impression. It's kind of just really, really arcadey.
Yeah, because like, okay, so what it is it's kind of like a roguelike with
Yes.
With like a racing mini game thing set up for the single player.
So every level you get the choice between 3 types of event, which are all the events that have existed in Kirby Air Riders prior, and it's either going to be a race or a button battle or just a fight where you try and kill each other, or you're going to go to a city, kill a boss, right? There's a big variety of events, and you're going to get 3 of them posed to you, and then each one is going to show you a reward, and the reward is going to be a specific stat upgrade where you just level up a stat, or like an item that you can use on your next race, or even possibly like a new cart. There's a variety of things you can get, but usually it's a stat upgrade. And you have a little thing at the bottom left that shows a series of checkpoints, and you have to get through all your checkpoints to get through a stage, and there's 8 stages, right? So you're gonna do like 5 to 10 events, and then you'll move on to the end, and each one of these stages is going to have like 3 bosses, which are going to be 3 particularly hard events, until leading you up to the actual final end of the game, which is fucking insane. The ending is insane. But you can feel Smash Brothers in like the whole every part of it.
Like the menus feel like they were just straight up stolen from Smash Brothers. Like just full stop.
Or whenever you complete challenges and then it gets you that thing where you're unlocking a small piece of a large artwork that comes with the reward. Like it's just so 1-to-1, like a Smash game with a completely different gameplay in it.
Yes, and it's all like Kirby themed, of course. I find just the story mode or like I guess there's the Korea mode, whatever the hell you want to call it, just fucking like almost overwhelming. Because like, okay, we're doing a top-down race. Okay, 2 minutes right, we're doing a regular race. Okay, now we're doing the gourmet minigame. All right, now we're doing the fucking glider minigame. All right, now it's a boss fight. And I'm just like,
You're
Jesus,
right, it is kind of bouncing all over the place.
Fucking Christ. Like, can we just pick a mode for a minute, man?
I liked that about it a lot. I felt it gave it a ton of variety, basically, no matter what you were doing.
I did like the fact that it was nice to play, like, especially because of the handheld game. I can like pick it up on the couch and like, it makes it very easy to chill in the living room with my girlfriend while she's watching a movie or watching TV, and like pick it up and set it down because like, oh, okay, this race will be done in like 90 seconds. Cool, great. I can go. It's very pretty. It's very pretty game.
Short. They're incredibly short.
It also feels weird that like you don't accelerate, like the game does that for you. That was a weird part in the first one. Yeah, there's a
stop button.
There's a stop button that makes you boost. So you stop around corners, then you boost. You go fast.
Yeah, your stop button is your drift button.
Yeah.
It's a weird. It's a weird system.
Yeah, the city trial thing that they have in here is weird and fun and chaotic, just like it was in the first one. Or they had something similar to this, but yeah, I like it. It's just not what I expected, I guess. But it's been a while since I've played the original. Yeah, I like this. I think it's fun. I do think that it's not for everyone. Like, if you're going in expecting like Mario Kart, Sonic Cross World Racing, or like a traditional arcade racer, you'd probably be disappointed.
So I'd say that there is a second experience in this game that is
Alright.
the late game. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, this I don't. Okay, you gotta lay this on me.
Your stats get insane.
Yeah, I was curious about that because like I am in mid game, and I am like looking at like, man, I wonder what happens if I just entirely max out speed on Kirby.
Yeah, you go
Oh.
fucking fast.
Oh, okay. Does this game give the roguelite benefit of like an end game? You're just the most broken piece of shit in the world, and it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh,
So
okay.
I used the Jetstar air rider, and holy shit, dude. I maxed glide. I did a ton of glide, and I would get a little bit into the air, and I would just dip like 1,000,000 miles an hour forward. You just this insane boost. It's sick. It's actually so sick.
Okay, you make me want to play more. I've been rotating Switch games recently. Like I'll go in, log into Animal Crossing every day, get my chores done, and then go and like play Hyrule Warriors side quests for a bit. But okay, I'm gonna hop in this a bit more then.
I have to get Kirby Air Riders off the screen because I'm gonna play it if I keep watching.
It's so dope.
Man.
There's a great clip of some people playing Rick, and he has maxed out speed, and he's moving so fast you can't see where he's going. It's like he's just blasting through dimensions like ridiculous. And that's something that you can achieve more so in the city mode, because you can just can get the level up so much faster than you can in the solo single player mode. They made a great change of the city mode. The city is way fucking bigger than the GameCube Kirby's Air Ride.
Yeah,
it's like an order of magnitude larger, and also 16 players instead of 4.
Huge.
So it makes the big problem that Kirby's Air Ride City Mode originally had is that it's really empty feeling, because it is very empty, right? You're not running into other players because there's only 4 of you, and when are you gonna? The place is huge. You're barely ever running into anyone, and when you do, you're best off just ignoring each other. 16 players, very different dynamic. You are running into people. They want what you have. You want what they have. There's central locations for the items. There's that everyone knows. Everyone knows that island in the sky has the stuff for the Dragoon. So everybody wants to get up there and get the stuff for the Dragoon before the other people are getting it. And then you've got a Dragoon piece, so you're getting attacked by a guy with another Dragoon piece. And I'm like, oh, that's sick. That's awesome. I think that Kirby's Air Ride is fucking dope, dude.
Nice. Yeah.
And that final boss fight is stupid. It's really, really stupid and insane. It also classically does the thing that that Kirby does in general. And as the story progresses, you find out that it's like a cosmic level horrific threat that you're dealing with. It's you're dealing with an angry and pained god. It's the overall villain of the story. And he's not even the villain. He's really the victim.
Really? Yeah.
He's really the victim of the story, yeah.
Okay.
Because he doesn't want to be an angry god prepared to destroy the world, but the evil nature of wishes did that to him.
Terrible. Terrible. Tragic story.
You're dealing with the wishing star as like a primary negative force in the setting, which is something they've dealt with before. This godlike machine in the sky that listens to the wishes of people and grants them in horrific fashion.
Right.
But it's like it's a factory, like it's a planet-sized factory that does shit. It's really relevant in a number of the Kirby games. And this is yet another example of it granting wishes in a horrific and tragic fashion. You get to do little fun kart rides because of it.
Sure. Yeah.
Fun time.
I'm glad they're having fun.
Also, DDD Noir is the coolest character. I love him.
Yeah, it looks nuts. Just what that brief glimpse we got in that video. Good lord.
I don't know why he's called DDD Noir because he actually has nothing to do with like King DDD. He's just a completely different guy.
Okay.
All right.
Whatever.
Sure.
Wild.
Fundamentally unrelated. They have nothing to do with one another. He just looks like him.
Just looks like him. That's all you need. It's a video game. You know?
Right.
So, man. All right.
Yeah, so I highly recommend it to anyone who, is just trying to have a little cart fun.
Hell yeah.
All right. All right. Yeah. And then last thing, that Duncan, go off on this one. Where the wind meets. This is a free-to-play samurai game.
No. No. This is actually very relevant for me because this is a wushu cultivation game.
Okay.
Oh God. Oh Jesus Christ.
And it's
all right, everybody, buckle up.
A wushu cultivation MMO.
Oh my lord. Okay.
So, surprisingly for an MMO, this plays like a Souls game. It has Souls-like combat.
All right. Oh.
Which is very strange. I will say it's so fucking easy. It's
what?
So insanely easy. All the combat that I've engaged with so far. Now, I'm only a couple hours into the game. But I have some friends who've played a good bit more of it now, and they say much the same remains through all the content they've seen. The game's incredibly easy until you basically reach end game content. It's nothing but like super easy boss fights where you just kind of plow through it. But the setting is insane. You're off rip hour 1. You're meeting a bear that is trying to get honey and going, hold on. That bear has some incredible fucking moves. And then you're learning key combat set moves by observing the movements of the bear. And then you're going, that bear knows Tai Chi. and then you learn to throw people because of the way the bear moves. And then you throw the bear.
Yeah.
You've got insane level, like, cutting open the sky with a dimensional rift and flying at 1,000,000 miles an hour stuff going on. You also have, you're learning moves from geese, or you find a goose egg and then you hatch it, and you follow this whole storyline of this goose family that you've become involved with, things like that. Along with a generally dramatic Chinese wushu drama story where you are the lost child of a grand group of some kind that you have no knowledge of, and you were hidden because they would have killed you, and things like that. You know, the classic Chinese fantasy stuff. And it's a very big game. It's the kind of game that you go, wow, how is this free? Right?
Oh, sure.
But there's a huge elephant in the room to address. And that is the massive, massive, massive prevalence of AI in this game.
Oh, no.
God damn it.
Yeah, that explains some things.
The English voices are AI. You can upload pictures of yourself and it will use AI to make your character look like you. You can the NPCs are AI chatbots, and there are quests where you need to convince the chatbot that you can beat quests by not doing the objective, but instead convincing the chatbot you already did the objective. So if you lie to the chatbot and lie to the NPC to convince it you did a thing, then you can complete the quest that way.
That's awesome.
Okay. All right. Sure.
No hard guardrails on that, huh? Interesting.
Yeah, no. And in fact, if you put any piece of text in parentheses, they will treat it as though it happened.
My God.
Oh, I love this.
You can go up to an NPC
10 out of 10,
and say,
baby.
I am your husband who is also pregnant with your child. why haven't you paid? And then you say that I am your husband who was also pregnant with your child in parentheses, and then you say, why haven't you paid me my child support, you deadbeat? And then they will presume that this is true.
God, man. All right.
10 out of 10 game of the year.
So
10 out of 10.
Wild.
There's a bunch of stuff in the game that is incredible. And there's also really schlocky usage of AI. Like it's specifically clear with the English voices. They didn't want to pay a voice acting cast. And so there's a lot of characters that you can hear it, especially the protagonist, you can hear in their voice like, oh, they used AI to take the English version of the line and just had it say it. There are definitely English voice acted characters. At least it feels like it. Either that or the AI has gotten really, really good at making a convincing voice. But I believe at least some of the English VA characters are voice acted. Now, the Chinese VA does not seem to be AI. It seems like the game is just fully voice acted in Chinese.
Makes sense.
Then there's also the monetization, right? All of the monetization here is cosmetic, which is good. I think that's good.
Yeah.
It's also really predatory.
Okay.
So one of them is that one of the issues is that the premium currency Echo Jade is all over the place in the world. You're getting it constantly drip fed to you. Like you break a rock and 2 Echo Jade comes out. Like they do a really good job of making you feel like it's like worthless. And also a lot of the in-game items will casually use the premium currency for like small things that you're buying, which feels like it would be pay to win were it not for the fact that like it seems like a lot of those things you purchase with Echo Jade are kind of meaningless. Like they don't really matter. The main things you're purchasing with Echo Jade is that you get, for your cosmetics, you get a roll on a piece. So like for your weapon will have like 5 cosmetic slots that are different parts of the weapon, because this has a Monster Hunter approach to weaponry where your play style is based off the weapon you use.
Cool. All right.
So you have these 5 slots and you roll on a gacha for the rarity of the cosmetic level of the slot on the weapon. And then you can lock a slot to be like, okay, I got the level I want. This is it. So like I watched a video, for example, where a guy spent $2,000 at once to get a maxed legendary cosmetic for his spear. Right? And he just was constantly just rolling the appearance over and over again until one spot looked how he wanted it, locked that spot, and then rolled the appearance over and over and over again. It was super slot machiney. This game is already very successful in China, right? So we're not going into like an early ecosystem for this game. So you already have like pictures of characters like this is what a $50,000 character looks like, right? Where they have spent every single dollar they can on the
I'm sorry.
cosmetics.
Oh my god, just Aaron, you're right. During the Game Awards, you're right. The whole world is just gambling. Everything's gambling now. They're going to do a version of Spotify soon where you'll pay $1 to get the song you want and people will do it. Like for a chance at getting it, not actually getting it.
Yeah.
You know what Australian phone providers, the way that they do the gacha in your phone plan?
Oh god, okay.
You can so there's a thing I heard from a streamer, Chibli, who uses this on Northern Lion stream, but he described how the way he pays for his phone is that he fills it up with like minutes and stuff, right? You know, the classic purchasing amounts of usage, and his phone carrier provides a thing where he can open on the app a little slot machine that gives you 3 options, and they have levels of rarity, and it's how cheap your minutes are. So you could get really lucky and get a ton of minutes for really cheap, or sucks for you, your roll for the day is a pretty normal conversion for minutes to dollars. It's already out there. Everything's gambling.
Yeah, everything's gambling now.
I just.
Yep.
Just.
Welcome to the shittier cyberpunk world.
So Where the Winds Meet is a game that you can feel how the Chinese market gives much less of a shit about monetization.
Mm-hmm.
Well, China loves gambling. China has always fucking loved gambling, so that does not surprise me. You can shove in
all the Chinese
Uh-huh.
games, and most of the market won't be particularly bothered by it.
Right.
So Where the Winds Meet is full of that, and it also seems like the Chinese market not deeply bothered by AI. They're fully willing for it to be in their games. There's not a lot of AI art in this game. I couldn't find an example where I think like an asset was made by AI. And I think that there is a preference for handmade art still in a lot of Chinese games, but that's mostly because it just looks better.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that this game isn't doing is sparing any expense on looking really good, and it feels really good. It plays like really good feeling. I would say it's probably just a good game. And it's filled with a bit of disgusting shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to. Are you going to continue playing this?
I don't know. It hasn't been super motivating me lately.
Right.
I've had a bit of a criticism of the story in that it's insanely hard to follow or to like get why I'm fucking doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's open world, so I've kind of felt like I'm wandering from place to place for kind of no particular reason. It's giving the Ubisoft game map curse to me, where it's like, oh, there's so many things to do around me. There's just like a giant infinite multitude of things to do around me. And it's making me paralyzed for choice, and also none of them seem super interesting.
Right. Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah. So I think it'd be a lot better with a little direction of like, where just a smooth place of where I should go, where to get the next cool boss, which they do have. It's got Souls-like gameplay, and it's got like Sekiro parrying in it, and it's got the guard break system that Sekiro has, where you end up doing like executions when you break down their stamina bar, and it's dope.
All right.
Don't?
Yeah, I mean, I look forward to other people talking about it.
I will one day go into the gotcha casinos for that video. It's just not now.
Yeah.
I say when you do, go into this game. Go into this game for one of your gotcha examples.
So here are the games. Here are the casinos. Excuse me, I'm not going to call them games. Here are the casinos I've been told to give a shot. Wuthering Waves, everyone tells me is the best one overall. Then I'm gonna give Honkai Star Rail because that one is personally appealing to me. Yeah, and then I'm gonna give what's it called, Genshin a shot because it's kind of like the standard.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the standard one. That's the one that is like everyone's the one that I feel like got this really moving in America.
It's the biggest game in the world. And
then I'm gonna do this one, Where the Winds Meet, and I don't know when I'm gonna get to that video. I got 2 more in the queue ahead of it, but it's definitely on my mind.
All right.
Because my initial impression playing ZZZ last year when I tried it was fuck this shit forever.
Yeah. I do have one last comment about where the winds meet. You can make a perfect one-to-one Willem Dafoe in the character creator.
Very good.
Just
Willem.
I hope.
indistinguishably perfect Willem Dafoe down to the last wrinkle, and that's insane.
Hell yeah.
Following the tradition of a lot of Chinese MMOs, it's got a really good character creator.
And they did the AI make your guy look like him anyway, despite all that work.
Yeah, the AI thing doesn't feel like it works super great. I tried to put Danny DeVito into it, and it just made like a hot twink man.
Yeah, Danny DeVito.
So,
All right.
but there's also, I saw like a 1-to-1 Kanye West in there.
Man. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep an eye on that. Lord.
All right. Well, we ran too long this week because the fucking Game Awards.
Game Awards are the Game Awards. So
we'll be back next week with hopefully a normal show, and then the 28th we'll be off for Christmas.
Yep.
I might come in and do a solo show that week, but everyone else can go enjoy their holiday. And yeah, see you guys then.
bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.